chat since I find it more interesting than the movie.
What's up, you whores? We're gonna be doing dumb shit. Like, watch it. We're gonna be responding to another defense video for TLJ because we are never running out of those anytime soon. Because Captain Commander Cuck over here just keeps finding them. And I'm just like, please stop.
How many different videos of like saying like, oh, my themes, so stunning and brave, can you find?
Apparently you can find a lot of them if you look hard enough.
It shouldn't be worse than the School of Movies podcast defense of TLJ. That was hell.
Well, considering Dunn found it and he's recommending it, it's probably around there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Poor fighting expert.
Yeah.
Save yourself.
Run away. Alright, now since we're live, talk about yourselves real quick while we get everything else finished.
Well.
Anyway, yeah, but
So you were saying about the TLJ bestest Jedi Noble Commando.
Oh yeah, how the School of Movies basically. Yeah, I love like the School of Movies. Like, oh, what if we wrote the TLJ as if like how the fans wanted it. I love it how he even contradicts himself, and it's like we're in the not Canto Bite scene where he's like, oh, but Empire Strikes Back had Cloud City. This could be a fun little side adventure, just like that. Despite the fact that Cloud City actually tied into the main plot of that movie, and that's not a fair comparison. But then they just kind of like dismiss that, like don't even like address like an actual counter argument to it, like why that's a thing. I also like how there's like, oh, it's like, so basically Snoke is just the Emperor 2.0, and like and basically it just like it's like, oh, like kind of like he's saying basically Snoke being a copy of the Emperor is bad, but
oh shit,
like saying that, oh, because Canto Bites is basically like it's a little side plot just like Cloud City was, therefore it is good, even though like Canto Bites distracts from the main plot of the movie, whereas Cloud City and Empire Strikes Back actually ties into the main plot. And having Snoke being a copy of the Emperor, well, not great, is at least 1,000 times better than what we actually fucking got with Snoke.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Space Junk. We are doing this. We are going to be so fantastically sane by the end of this.
It's ironic how the School of Movies doesn't understand how movies work.
I don't think it'll have anything to do with fighting. And you can lambast me for my lack of overwhelming praise for Revenge of the Sith, if you so choose.
Meh.
Conflict. We love it. All right, let's get into this piece of shit if we have nothing else to say. Film Joy. In defense of The Last Jedi's movies with Mikey. Oh boy. Here we go.
Disclaimer.
Is that too loud?
I can't hear it.
I can't hear it.
What the fuck? You dumb shits, put on your fucking earphones.
I'm wearing my earphones.
My earplugs are in. Maybe you just forgot to share audio.
Oh, I never forget that. It's obviously you're...
Whoa. Streamception right now.
What the fuck? Okay. Technical. Hey, forgive me. I'm a literal fucking zombie. Give me a break. Okay, Jesus Christ. Now we'll start playing. Fuck you, whores.
Again, with a name like Phil Joy, you should
I know a lot of people have grievances with this film, and I will attempt to respond to some of those grievances. I have numerous friends and family that did not enjoy this film. I hear you. I rebuke no one for not liking it. I just want to talk about it. Okay? Okay. The Last Jedi is a movie filed down to a razor-sharp point in such a way that it appears like a series of random decisions when in fact it isn't. It's breaking down. Ice and don't fret. I'll feed you baby birds if you graciously stay with me for a bit. The Force Awakens video is my most popular video by a stretch and was important to a lot of people. So now I'm expected to make a sequel video with through the roof expectations that will surely not be met. Oh, I get it. It's like what I have a lot to say about The Last Jedi. It's a fascinating world to explore. So to push past the hot takes and the artifice and grapple with the intrinsic meaning of this thing.
Oh,
first viewing, I admittedly only half enjoyed it and had severe problems
No, the
with it.
butthole.
On second viewing, I enjoyed it a lot more, but was still bothered by some random stuff. And on the third viewing, I had a mind meld with it. Yes, I am aware that is the wrong franchise, and I'm going to hell take a number jog on. But for once, I saw the design of a thing.
Oh my god, the first draft. It's so perfect, so thematic and shit with the first draft.
Mm-hmm.
You already sound like a spit dweller.
Well, we could always watch Movie Bob's TLJ video. Where we know for sure he's a... Come on, Movie Bob is not as bad as Maggie.
I mean, Movie Bob thinks Halo is fascist, so he can go fuck himself.
Well, yeah, you literal fucking Nazi. It was funny you bring up fascism because I was literally playing fucking Wolfenstein earlier today.
He also
Wolfenstein.
He also held
the old blood.
He's also he also said very amusingly, Game of Thrones is is like an edgy version of Shrek.
Yeah, I don't really care about his opinion.
I remember he did this one video I was not able to find, but he was basically defending like people criticizing movies through a progressive lens. It was the worst thing I've ever seen.
I have not seen this. Let's continue.
I'll have to find it. Let me see if
I adored it. Like all of it. Even the weird stuff. This fresco painting of a movie. Allow me to take you there. I'm going to relay these thoughts right now.
Oh boy, here we go.
If you still don't like it afterward, I still love you. It's cool.
It's just my
kind
opinion.
To the people that still do love it. All right, kill the clock.
They all should just burn in the fire. How about that, you old dumb bitch?
No, I just think that it'll just be like, I think they're like in 5 to 10 years, people will wise up about The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. Though, admittedly, Patrick Williams pretty well. Patrick Williams like shot a tweet out, J.J. Abrams, how frickin' dare you, after he saw Rise of Skywalker.
You know what, the one thing I'll give Rise of Skywalker credit, it really fucking pissed off the TOJ fans.
Yeah, it kind of did. It was hilarious. And then yeah. But the best part isn't that. The best part is people just started spamming Patrick pictures of him holding up the sign of "This is a film about space wizards intended for children" in his Twitter feed, and he yelled, "That's not how I meant it."
Hey, what comes around goes around.
Yeah, it's really funny. Maybe I'll have to show you. It's like a mile long. It's like hundreds of people gay up on him, but it's so
that
funny.
Is amazing.
I mean, he kind of fucking get what you freaking deserve.
Hey, do you guys hear anything in the background of on my end?
I hear something. I hear somebody yelling in the background.
Quickly, but...
All right.
Here's the shotgun. Deal with them.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Oh my god. The fuck? Will you stop with this stupid music? Go away.
The Last Jedi was a 2017 holy war that claimed the
What?
The Last Jedi was a 2017 film.
I think that would probably have been better. Holy War, that sounds far more interesting. No, come to think about it, like he said, a holy war. I'm like, that can something like that function in a Star Wars film?
Well, no, I think that he's referring to the fact that it's a holy war between fans.
No, I'm just holding on to the idea, like, that sounds better than the actual, like, the idea, like, it's a, like, fucking ideals war. Like, pretend, like, the first movie didn't, like, maybe it's, like, two different factions of, like, the Jedi that have, like, two different ideals. Or some shit. Something along those lines. I'm like, that could have been a better idea for the sequels as a whole.
Yeah.
At least conceptually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Itself a sequel to 2015's.
Oh, hey. Well, we want to get past this video, like within the hour or so, within the next 2 hours. So.
Oh, that sucks. Should I keep going?
Yeah.
The Force Awakens, written and directed by one Rian Johnson, which in and of itself is an accomplishment because the only other person on planet Earth to write and direct a Star War other than Rian was George Lucas, and he did it 3 times.
What the fuck are you talking about? What?
The only person to write and direct a Star Wars movie was George Lucas, and that's the only thing that and Ryan did that. And I'm just like, I don't care. I care about the finished product.
17 Holy War that claimed the film itself a sequel to 2015's The Force Awakens, written and directed by one Rian Johnson, which in and of itself is an accomplishment.
Am I hearing that right?
Other person on
he must be trolling.
No, he's not trolling. He's not trolling. He's saying legit that it's an accomplishment because the only other person to do it is George Lucas. Which is a fact, but I don't see that as an accomplishment. I see Ryan directing a good film as an accomplishment.
Yeah, Looper wasn't that good.
Yeah. Well, Lawrence Kasdan wrote Empire and Jedi, and I don't know if Lucas wrote New Hope. He wasn't the only person he wasn't the writer and he didn't direct Empire. And let me see. So
okay.
What? So okay. Okay. You did it 4 times. Sawed off, you idiot. New Hope was written by him. It's
dumb. You enjoying yourself?
Yeah. Well, I did find Patrick Williams' Twitter thing. And if you want to see that eventually. Yeah.
Was George Lucas, and he did it 3 times. The New Hope, The Phantom Menace, and Revenge
wow,
of the Sith.
Wow,
Everyone's 3 favorites. No?
I care about only your TLJ stuff. Really Shut up.
Okay. Ryan is a quirky dude. He wrote and directed Brick.
He's a quirky dude. Look how great he is. We're so relatable. So, I have to justify this video somehow.
And Looper. Oh, and because I can send people to it, he also directed the first episode of the criminally underrated Terriers. He makes
Who
quirky
fucking
films from a
get-
quirky perspective, but I imagine Looper and the 3 episodes of Breaking
This
Bad
is what I
he
have to say
directed
about
were
this
the
whole
reason
fucking
that this-
thing.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
Turn it up a little bit. A little bit. I can't really hear it very well.
I mean, it's fucking blasting in my ears.
Oh,
film
okay.
became interested in him in the first place. He can make small feel big, and he can make big feel small.
Holy crap, who the fuck cares?
It just...
And sometimes he gets a little weird with it. Why did the siren look at me? At first glance, it all feels like a trippy
Comedy.
dream, but when you start to dig, thematically, it was doing what any person should do. If
Just playing derpy music in the background, trying to make everything so lighthearted.
Yeah. Yeah. What he said just now was really stupid. Back up a little bit.
I'm kind of just going wah 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 this whole fucking time because he's not even talking about anything.
make big feel small. And sometimes he gets a little weird with it. Why did the siren look at me? At first glance, it all feels like a trippy dream, but when you start to dig, thematically, it was doing what any person should do if they get the monumental opportunity to write and direct a Star Wars film.
Say fuck you?
Your instincts. And
Explore your instincts. The fuck? The fuck does that mean? Hey, Don, can you elaborate? Stupid.
Back up a little bit. I want not that far. A little bit further forward.
he can make small feel big. And
Yeah, for
He's also like Breaking Bad. He didn't write the episodes of Breaking Bad that he did, which is why those episodes of Breaking Bad are good because somebody else wrote them. And Breaking Bad is the best media that's some of the best media that's ever been put into anything.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, oh yes, he can make things look that are very small look very big. I'm like, yeah, that's framing with the camera. Who fucking cares? Anybody could do that.
Is he really
Yeah.
that good? I mean, is Breaking Bad really that good?
Yes, Breaking Bad is pretty much nearly perfect. There's no such thing as a bad Breaking Bad episode.
And it was on HBO, which was another
no.
show.
No,
What?
it was not on HBO. It was on AMC. It was on AMC.
I must be confusing myself then.
Sounds a tad bit biased, but I'm sure it was great.
Well, why? I didn't watch it until like 5 or 6 years ago.
I just thought it was like glorious.
That
Yeah,
equals
because-
funny.
Yeah, because it's just not because it's got an excellent ending as well as excellent build up, excellent writing, excellent characters.
All right.
So
Let's continue with this shit.
and he can make big feel small.
Yeah, like we want to be reminded of the fucking bomber scene, the absolutely retarded scene. It's been almost, I don't know what, a year since I seen this fucking movie, and I can still remember this dog shit moment.
By all accounts, what should be a big battle is minuscule in The Last Jedi.
and also
I mean, your bad
asinine.
guys. Yeah, your bad guys look like absolute fucking morons. It's the same thing with Mandalorian. When your enemies are so incompetent, it doesn't make your good guys look very epic.
It's like in the original trilogy, just a singular blaster shot could kill like a stormtrooper, but the stormtroopers fought like they knew that, and they would take cover and like try and flank and stuff like that. And in the new shows, like they either must think that they're immortal or they're so stupid they don't understand the concept of self-preservation.
Yeah.
Like they just charge off into and like do the retarded things and just don't try and even do anything to live.
Unfortunately, in
Stupid
episode
lemmings.
6, they have a little bit of that DNA.
Yeah, they're insane.
Well, at least there they're
enemy.
getting. At least in that situation, they're not in their element and they're being attacked by like 1,000 koala bears. So it's slightly better than like three people like the episode The Tragedy in the Mandalorian, just three fucking bounty hunters versus like I don't know, like 40 or 50 like of them. Seems like a pretty like not that hard for them to win that.
That fucking boulder scene is like the one that always fucking
Jesus
kills
Christ.
me.
I mean, like
shoot at the boulder and not get out of the fucking way.
that was painful. Like that's like the number one thing they always do. Like it's like bad guys usually have the intelligence in films to like jump out of the way of that. What I would prefer is if they just side strafed out of that, because you can do that too.
No, they all went to the Prometheus school of running away from things.
Yeah.
Or in this case, not run away at all. Just stand there and shoot it.
But like once they don't even react anymore and they just shoot the boulder, so that's gonna do anything. That's when it starts to get really brain dead.
Yep. All right. I can't wait for Boba Fett show so we can see more stupid.
We just have this episode where he kills like 2,000 stormtroopers by himself.
I will bookmark this part of the stream to keep and just come back for this for reference.
And sometimes he gets a little weird with it. Why did the siren look at me? At first,
Loud equals funny. Yeah, you're right. Space junk.
This isn't bad.
it all feels like a trippy dream, but when you start to dig thematically,
Oh, there we go. There's the word.
Dig thematically. Yeah.
Those all great themes. We done it, people. We done it. We can go home now. The themes.
Dagobah in episode 5 is like a weird, trippy dream. This is just Luke Skywalker being an asshole.
it was doing what any person should do if they get the monumental opportunity to write and direct.
Themes. That's like the only fucking thing people can ever talk about. That's like, and you have to make everything.
Hey, I think I found the movie Bob why progressive critique on media is good.
I don't care. I want to stay focused on this one right now.
Honestly, though, I'm not.
Quiet, Noble.
Explore your instincts.
Explore your instincts, Noble. Be quiet and explore your instincts.
Explore your instincts. I want to see what he has to say about
Ryan
this.
did a film where the protagonist and the antagonist meet.
I'm guessing by explore your instincts, he means write a first draft, or shit out a first draft, and then hand it into Disney and say, "Oh, this is my movie."
What's instinctual on delivering yourself to the enemy purely on the idea that one of their like highest ranking members might just turn to your side if you say some pretty words to him?
Sounds like episode 6 to me.
It's his father. It's his father. It's his father, though. And like his father's got a good reason to, because he was good once. Like Ben just became an evil, murderous psychopath. And
So-
she
sounds like Darth Vader.
Yeah, and also like Vader, as bad as he is,
I know.
he is not a bipolar psychopath. Like unhinged. He's bipolar, unhinged psychopath at this point in the story, like Kylo Ren is.
Done. Tell me. Oh wait, you guys probably want to read this first. Star Wars movies shouldn't feel like a dream. It should feel like a modern day mythology mixed with war movies. Yeah, pretty much.
I can agree with that.
But yeah, done. Do you think that because we must all not forget the original intention of J.J. Abrams. Do you think this plot point with Rey trying to turn Kylo would have worked better if, like, later it was retroactively revealed that she was his sister?
This whole thing is so confusing that I'm just like, anything's better at this point.
Yeah, it's probably would be
Honestly,
better.
I mean, considering that Ryan Johnson kind of just threw out everything JJ was trying to do.
No, he didn't.
I will say that
Did he not?
Force
I'm
Awakens was
confused.
kind of fucked from the start because there is no way in hell that you can make Rey a believable character with just the ridiculous feats that she pulls off.
Well,
in that
she
movie.
can be believable if she trained under Luke and then had her powers suppressed and like unlocked during the interrogation scene with Kylo. It would still be stupid and contrived, but it would be J.J. Abrams' Lost style contrived, where all the important plot elements would be revealed to us later.
That's still not particularly good.
Yeah, I know. It would just not be what it turned out to be.
It wouldn't be utterly stupid, is what you're
I don't know. I
saying.
feel like you're offering me but the difference between a pile of shit and then a pile of shit with sprinkles on top.
You're like halfway listing Noble.
The difference between what we're talking about here is a pretentious, hollow, stupid fucking TV show, like level quality show, versus like literally the worst thing in history, which we have right now.
Yeah.
I see.
But it's just like, at least with like the main thing like Ryan Johnson like is positive to remember for, and a lot of people cite, is that he directed the penultimate. Though he did not, he directed, not wrote the penultimate episode of Breaking Bad, which currently still to this day has like 100% on Tomatoes or something. Or no, it's not IMDb. It's IMDb actually.
Do most episodes of Breaking Bad have 100% like?
Most of them are in the high nines, 9 points, 9 point odd, I believe.
And what was happening in the story in the ones that Ryan directed?
It was the climax of the story in
Yeah, okay,
Ozymandias.
that is just
He was
completely unfair then.
Yeah, he's a director, not a writer. And that was like,
yeah, like I can say that like he's decently good at directing on
Oh
that
yeah, I
episode,
believe that.
But like I guess like one kind of weird thing about Ryan, the robot head actually pointed out that he's basically just obsessed with faces. Like,
trigger warning.
Well,
please.
well, here's the thing. Ryan has so little to work with what JJ gave him. I can kind of understand that he's trying to milk any like emotion out of this he can, because we must not forget that it's JJ who like passed the buck of the mystery box onto Ryan. Like Ryan had basically almost nothing to work with in these movies other than just preserving the mystery box. Like I'm not saying he's a good writer or storyteller, but he had to make JJ's bullshit work to a certain degree.
Like every time I keep hearing J.J. Abrams mystery box, I keep thinking about the fucking Call of Duty Zombies mystery box theme playing in my head.
J.J. Abrams like gives you he gives you mystery guns, and sometimes he will just give you a fucking super soaker.
Or
J.J. Abrams, if he was like the mystery box in Nazi Zombies, he would always give you the fucking teddy bear.
You'd rather just go off with the wall weapons and not even bother.
Exactly.
Well, the one thing I can say about Ryan Johnson, at least he's not dip crap and dumb arse.
Yeah, at least he's not dangerously incompetent.
Well, I don't believe that like after what Nerdonimus revealed about like how JJ lied and like basically made Ryan took the fall for a lot of the problems in TLJ, which were basically his fault. Like it's I don't really think that Ryan is like that bad. I mean, he's awful. He's not good, but he's not who people say he is. He's not the worst director to have ever come to existence. In fact, I think the reality of the situation is that TFA is the really bad movie, and TLJ is just more of the same. But all the problems from TFA become more apparent in TLJ because TFA is such a hollow movie. It essentially tricks you into thinking that all the plot points are going to be resolved in the next movie, which is why like stupid people liked it so much in the beginning.
Hey.
Yeah. Or people who just didn't think critically, like Mahler thought that initially. Like I didn't watch it in the theater. I watched it with friends in the privacy of a private movie theater, like a home theater, and I just like, it was pretty exciting. I liked it. I knew exactly what was going to happen going in because I had it spoiled for me. So I knew that Han Solo was going to die by the hand of his son. And I was just like, okay.
Yeah, like it's essentially just a case of like JJ makes the first one, doesn't explain anything. But the other guy shouldn't explain anything, and then only at the very end should bullshit be explained. So in the last movie, but then people got pissed off at the middle movie. So then when JJ Abrams was like brought back unwillingly into that, he was like, "Oh fuck, okay, everybody hates the story. I'm probably gonna end up explaining. Just change it into something completely nonsensical, and maybe they'll like it."
All right, let's continue.
There's also Disney reshoots there.
Yep. Squishy center.
All right, quiet.
For an exhilarating moment of the purest kind of Star Wars bliss,
Jesus.
Cloaked in an idea and desire that has been in the larger fandom for decades. Gray Jedi.
What?
Gray Jedi haven't been brought up at all. This is like some fucking external
EU stuff.
Like,
that's EU crap right
and
there.
the whole idea of a gray Jedi is fucking stupid because the whole idea of like light side, dark side is that the Force is like based on morality and that like good, like the light side feeds off of like good and the dark side feeds off of evil, and so that's why like.
Yeah, I mean,
like why are we bringing EU shit into this? Like, no, we're skipping.
Well,
We're not gonna...
I don't believe in that. You know, like there's some people who say that there's good and evil, and then shades of gray in between. I don't believe in that. I don't think that's true. I think that's more just an excuse rather than anything else. You know, if the good and the dark side of the Force represent good and evil, like you can't be both good and evil. You're either doing some of one and some of the other, at different times. It doesn't mean that you're fully evil or fully good, but you're just not. I mean, I guess that's why the word exists. You're in between the gray area, but it's not like you can't be like a Jedi and then like decapitate people like fucking at your own like accord, and then still be like, oh, I'm so good. Yeah, I'm still Jedi. like Qui-Gon is not a great Jedi. He doesn't fucking murder people. He doesn't break the code to a degree that's just insane. He just occasionally mind trick someone in a way that's mostly harmless.
And he basically also, I think the extent of Qui-Gon's rebelliousness is basically saying, fuck the council, we're doing it my way.
Yeah, and that's reasonable because the council is kind of deviating from what they should be doing anyway. Like they're too robotic.
Like the council is not like the ultimate authority on how to be a Jedi.
Yeah.
We're getting real off topic here.
Like okay, but sure, but I'll end it with this. Qui-Gon is basically like he's like a religious philosopher that disagrees with like the specific teaching of the higher like order of said religion. Like that's basically what he is. Like if he was gray, then he would be fucking. Gray Jedi are fan fiction. Have the cake and eat it two fantasies. They are fundamentally unstable and they cannot exist. 100% agree. Well said, Space Junk.
Yeah.
Kind of depends. Like, I don't think they're fan fiction necessarily, since they're like their original EU stuff. Not that. I guess it's licensed fan fiction that George Lucas said was okay. I suppose you could say that, but yeah.
Really, this should be true based on how just well made they are, rather than if they are, like accepted or tolerated.
He's bringing up this decanonized like EU shit, like something you'd never do for any Star Wars mainline movie if you're trying to defend a movie as a movie. Like you can't bring up the Clone Wars TV show to defend the prequels. Neither can you defend TLJ shit with like fucking Rebels or some like the Rebels sequel or some shit.
Well, to be fair, White, I think what he's doing more is he's talking about like the public discussion that is involved, about Grey Jedi and how he believes that it's like something that was now actually introduced in The Last Jedi.
But that's never explicitly brought up.
Yeah, it isn't.
It's not explicitly brought up, but these people are the delve into the hints. It's like it's in the subtext. It's
They
the
have
yin and yang symbol on the. There's the yin and yang symbol, and it's just of course it's the yin and yang symbol. And he's saying, and Luke is saying, there's the Jedi don't own the Force, or the Jedi are to think that if the Jedi dies, the light dies is vanity. Can you feel that?
I mean, like it's sort of true. Like it's sort of true in the sense that Snoke and Kylo are not really Sith, and Luke is not really a Jedi anymore. But I mean, like that's just more fucking technicality that makes no damn sense.
Yeah, it's postmodernist idiocy.
Yeah. Oh, fuck postmodernism.
Exactly. I am of the opinion that postmodernism is for is for dogs and insane people.
Let's get a very good video on postmodernism.
Yeah. Why is it called postmodernism, by the way?
Because it's part of. Are you aware of any kind of critical theories?
A bunch, I guess.
So
I know of critical race theory.
So
I know that there is a school of thought called critical theory, where it's basically just nihilism and.
Oh, you're talking about the communist thing, where it's like everything has to be like criticized and put into question so that nothing can be something. I forgot. It's part of the Communist Manifesto.
Not necessarily. Postmodernism is a response to a school of thought called modernism, just as structuralism is. Just like there's a there's an actual thing called post-structuralism. So
we are taking a huge tangent way off.
Yeah, you're right. Done. You should mail it to me, or not mail it. I mean, like message me about that in like Discord. Like,
just mail it to a mailbox.
We just run back to 2005 real quick. Oh, fucking mail it to me, man.
Send me the internet link in the mail with the paper.
It's very boring and stupid. You don't really need to know about it.
Yeah, you're right. All I need to know is not do that.
Topic. Switch back to topic. So, Grey Jedi, that's never brought up in the fucking movie. It's fucking EU shit that shouldn't bring up in a movie. Yeah.
Emotionally conflicted while stalwartly revolutionary, unsympathetic to the status quo, and saying maybe this whole light-dark binary is a little on the nose. And
what?
Light-dark binary is a little on the nose.
This is never brought up.
That is postmodern as hell, actually. It's like as if good and evil is like some binary, arbitrary, on the nose fucking thing.
As if like good and evil can't make an interesting story. As if everything has to be morally gray.
Yeah, because that Star Wars hasn't done that already.
I do admit that I find morally gray stories more interesting because they're generally harder to do and do well. Good versus evil is kind of more simple to do. It's just that these people don't have a concept of what is good and what is evil, or at least have a warped perspective.
Oh,
they have it reversed. Everything they think is good is evil, and everything they think is evil is probably good. They are quite literally the villains.
Correct. But I think the reason why morally gray stories would say something like Game of Thrones or whatever, I think the reason why a lot of people are interested by that sort of stuff is because it's not. I mean, like I think most people, whenever they like watch a movie or whatever, where it's literally like fucking angels versus demons or whatever, they always feel like they're being talked to. Like they always feel like they're talked to in a certain way, and they have to pick a side. Which, of course, in reality, you have to pick a side in a way. You can't be a bad person. You got to be a good person. So they like it more when it's in the gray, because the gray is a lot more like real life, where you make decisions that might not always be the best, but it's what you think is right for that moment, essentially. Like it's not really the grayness that we like about it. It's more the the having to choose that these characters that these do. Like many good men are forced to do evil things, and even bad men are forced to do good things sometimes. Actually, that's how life works.
Yeah.
It's very nihilistic indeed.
Anyways,
Reductive of what could be a better world on the other side of it.
It's time to let old things die. Snoke, Skywalker, the Sith.
It's not really gray. It's more just let's abandon this older idea.
Star Wars.
It really
Great.
sounds like it's just like, fuck it, I'm just
he's
not gonna try
grasping at
anymore.
straws.
Yes, he is very much grasping at straws.
No, he's grasping at like, hey,
He's trying to find
He's
like
grasping at air.
Versus
he has a
needle in
shovel
haystack.
digging for something, and he's already hit the rock, and he's just beating the fucking rock with a shovel, and it's just broken.
He's digging to China.
not subtle with its clothing symbolism, aka the thematic, not literal meaning.
There we go, thematic themes.
Thematic.
There we go again.
They've destroyed the use of that word, which is so frustrating because themes can be interesting. They're not in this movie. That's
No.
the only
Oh, yeah.
reason why.
In fact, yes, just that themes can be interesting. I think that's like the whole thing that makes because I feel like I think that a good example of like themes done well is the first two Terminator movies, like where like the themes are interesting because the movie's good. Like,
well, I mean, like the way you should look at it is more that themes are their own thing and they're mostly separate from like film, but if a movie can invoke a theme and through the way and with the way how they do that, they can like enhance the viewing experience. Like, war movies tend to often have anti-war themes or pro-war themes in different aspects, which once you're cold to that, or you see that, that you notice that, and that like enhances the experience. Like if TLJ has any themes, they are on the nose, and you know exactly what the fuck they're saying. And since what they're saying doesn't even fucking work because it's illogically consistent, obviously the themes just do not work because they're wrong. Like the anti-capitalism theme, which is fucking incredibly hypocritical and stupid. And also fucking anarchistic. It's just destroying everyone's shit because they're rich.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
It's also simplistic because that kid should not like the Republic at all. That kid should hate them.
And that kid shouldn't be there. It should be a robot because they're literally in a rich society. They should have robots to do that for them.
Well, they
Yeah,
do
it's
live in a
like-
society, after all.
yeah, the whole thing
you are
with Canto
banned.
Bites was just the most contrived bullshit.
Oh yeah, yeah. But you see, that's the thing is that like, not to get all political, but the leftist type people often don't understand stuff like slavery. They just think it's something that's done for fun. Like if you could give every single person who right now in the real world who owns slaves, if you could give them robots to do the exact same labor, that they would be like, oh yeah, sure, I'll take it. Go ahead. I mean, fucking hell, that makes my life easier. Let's go. Like,
I don't have to feed them. I just have to plug it into a battery socket.
yeah, like they would probably be fucking happy about that. They will love that. It's like they're not. It's like it's the idea. It's the idea that the human suffering is like the point of having slaves. That is always so hilarious about it. It's like, I love whipping this black boy. It gives me joy. No, you have
Let's
to pay a medical
keep going. Let's
I
keep
love
going with
the-
this video.
Yes.
Last Jedi.
Oh my god, he's a high level.
He makes this shit so fucking dramatic. Oh god.
I don't know.
Attic, not literal meaning of the title, The Last Jedi. Maybe the idea of Jedi has run its course and the world needs to evolve a little to allow
I wonder what his argument is going to be about this. Can't wait.
for a little more nuance, like the reason a new
Oh,
trilogy
go
should
fuck
exist
yourself.
to add to Star
Fuck
Wars
off.
mythos with
Jesus
meaningful
Christ, man.
observations. Like
What
Blue
meaningful
Omniscient Yoda Ghost
observations?
using Palpatine like Jedi powers now that he
Jedi power.
I like how it shows the prequels and it says it needs to be more nuanced. Dude, motherfucker, the prequels gave more nuance to like the how the
I think you're reading way too much into that.
has the eternal Smurf ghost gift.
I think he was talking about Jedi as a whole, not the fucking Star
Yeah.
Wars prequels.
Oh, okay, it's
Yeah.
all the movies then. Well, that is still insanely wrong.
Yeah. And yeah.
Hindsight in the afterlife to say, you know, maybe Star Wars needs to get a little more dirt on its pristine cream robes once in a while. In my
You realize that breaks everything. No, of course, yeah, because you're a fucking half. I wouldn't expect you to realize that if a Force ghost can interact with the real world, you pretty much fuck everything.
Yeah, I mean, like the fucking.
Hey,
So
palpitisms!
Yeah.
I know you're alive again. Zap, no more. Goodbye.
It's like, yeah, well, I've heard the argument before. Like, what is the advantage of being alive in the Star Wars universe if you're a Jedi?
Yeah.
You guys, what is the point of being alive? Look at me. I am literally a corpse, and I can live for all eternity now.
And also, like,
you know what's funny? Like Palpatine is like a zombie / dead thing with a soul in it or whatever, and Yoda is like a ghost. It's like how different are they even from each other at that point? Like, it's just it's stupid as hell. This entire thing is retarded. Like it sort of reminds. Okay, you guys are gonna. You guys are gonna. love this.
No.
It's very short. Trust me. Look at his face. Okay, you guys want to know why his fingers were fucked up in the movie?
No cares.
It's because he used electricity at the end of episode 6. The electricity did more damage to his hands than the explosion did to his body.
That's just your opinion.
Piece, I put a flag in the ground that Rey and Kylo were going to switch places by the end of 9. And the middle chapter brought everything to here, so we did it!
Makes no sense.
no.
Kylo Ren's a fucking mass murderer.
Of course, Rey overlaps Kylo.
And Rey is literally the most purest pure of the pure ever to exist.
Well, she's not really. I mean, but she's more just perfect, is what she is.
That's exactly what.
Well, I mean, if she was the purest ever, she wouldn't have hit Luke in the back of the head or stuff like that.
Because she's the purest ever, she has to knock some sense into him.
Well, that's the thing. He was asking for it because he was acting
wanted
like
to
an
get-
idiot.
Yeah, he was wanting her stick.
And he
wanted to be.
He was holding her back like Anakin held back Obi-Wan. Was held back by Obi-Wan, I mean.
God damn it.
Luke even freaks out the first time he trains Rey because Rey doesn't even fight it. She senses the dark side and just goes for it.
Which is stupid. Which is
Oh my
so
god,
dumb.
the dark side. Oh my
It's
god,
like, you're just like-
Shut up.
I don't know.
Thor, I'm
I just think
speaking.
it's like,
Shut up.
yes, sir.
I was talking Force, you dumb whore. Anyways,
You do not call people
I-
I'm not a whore. You're a whore.
Your face is a whore.
Damn. Hey,
Damn.
that's only sort of, kind of, mostly always true.
That's
Anyways,
just your opinion.
Those female dragons like that, don't they?
good job.
That's just your opinion.
So what I was saying, I like is like, oh, she's tapped into the dark side a little bit. Run away! Oh, Darth Vader. Oh yeah, he's perfect. Fine, I can save him. My nephew, fuck that guy. I'm gonna murder him right now.
I'm thinking about that moment in Monty Python where they run away from the rubber chickens being thrown at them. Run away! Run away!
You know, we could have been watching that right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck me, we should.
it. She literally does it not once, but twice.
Oh my god.
And Luke is like, yo, you millennial kids with your non-binary Jedi identities.
What the fuck are you talking about? I have the perfect one for this.
What the fuck?
I have a question. So if the Force is representative of a gender binary, which side of the Force is the male and which side of the Force is the female?
I am not going to answer that question. That's too dumb.
Obviously, the dark side of the Force is the female side, because we all know that all women are evil.
Yeah.
They also
Wait, hold on. Was that Maggie Mae Fish? Or am I thinking of somebody else who's like saying that Revenge of the Sith is like a transgender allegory and that Anakin's shift to the dark side and like turning into Darth Vader is like representative of him becoming a trans woman?
Stop.
That was Robo. I think that was her thing on RoboCop.
Okay, I know, but somebody did that except with Revenge of the Sith.
It would be more character consistent for Luke to kill her than
Yeah.
he just pushes her over.
Yeah.
Female white male.
You know that would be better. Just Luke just fucking killed her on the spot. Like, oh, she tapped into the dark side. Murder instantly.
It didn't scare me enough then. What are you talking about? Sing that fucking
that actually makes no fucking sense now. It didn't scare me enough then. So if it scares you more now then you should be trying to fucking butcher her ass immediately.
It didn't scare him enough then, and he tried to stab. He almost stabbed them. It does now. It should immediately ram a spear through her back.
Yeah. Also, where is this green lightsaber that just vanishes and only shows up for a lifeless, stupid cameo in Rise of Skywalker?
Yes,
that
would be a subversion of expectations.
Mm-hmm. Shall we keep going with this trashy video?
No, that's the thing. The subversion of expectations was that
he literally does
Rey
it
is
not
actually
once,
the Sith and Finn is actually the Jedi,
but twice. And Luke is like, yo, you millennial kids with your non-binary Jedi identities, get off my lawn.
Leave this
What?
now.
Leave this island now. You have touched the dark side like 1 millisecond.
Dark side.
By the way, what was I doing during the original trilogy? Nothing.
You
talk about Luke, someone tempted by the dark side for
You touched the taint, therefore you must die.
So long that he literally doesn't touch the Force anymore at the beginning of the film. He only touches it when Rey leaves him no other options but to do so. Also, Luke propping down on a Hellmouth island of a dark Force energy is a little suspect. But dude, what hero isn't tarnished by time?
Oh, fuck you.
Many heroes are not tarnished by time. It's only recently that we've been having a dearth, a flood of these insane people ruining our characters.
All right, so let's take a real life example. My grandfather, he's without going into detail, he's a very religious, good man. Has helped out people a lot in life. He was like a teacher. He was like a how do you call that? Like those people that are that help people in like psychologically or something. Anyway, the point is, I think just about the only thing that's bad about him is that he smokes, and that's not even bad towards other people. And he's been doing that since he was like 14. It's safe to say that other than his love for cooking, which has made him pretty fat, and smoking, he's got no problems. It's like, by this guy's logic, he should be like committing tax fraud now for some reason. Because
I don't know if he thinks that. I think he just thinks in like a storytelling sense that it's like kind of the Dark Knight idea of you live long enough to see either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain idea. I think that's what he's going for.
Yeah,
I mean, like, if anything, like my grandfather's less like violent than he, or I mean, like harsh on his family than he was before. Like, just, you know,
They don't
that's
think that way.
That's a real thing with age, is that you become a lot more softer and more calm and well-rounded as a person. But you know, like that's, I mean, fuck that idea, I guess.
yeah.
I mean, like, you know, like that's like one of the biggest betrayals of Luke's character. He had 30 years to think over all this bullshit, and it sounds like he made the choice to go here like 5 days ago or something.
Yeah.
Do you really think he would not have? You know, it's what Mark Hamill said.
Right.
Do you think after 6 months he wouldn't have like tried to do something?
Yeah, you think so, but Ryan Johnson decided not to because it was his creative vision.
Never mind 2014 because of Legend of Korra. What?
Never heard of it.
No, that's a sequel to The Last Airbender. Don't watch it. It's garbage.
Yeah, it's pretty
You either
bad. Yeah.
We'll continue now.
die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
This movie defies
Called it.
Predictable losers. Oh my god.
expectation at every turn on purpose. It has a lot to say.
Yeah.
It doesn't really have a lot to say.
Not going to go the way you think.
Some of
Yeah, because that would have been bad.
the things people absolutely abhorred about this film, I thought were the cleverest
How funny.
things. It was that like, Kylo is the Dynasty character. He is both a Solo and a Skywalker.
And who gives a shit?
Yeah, who gives a crap?
There's also
He
evil.
offers to burn it all down just to make his friend feel better because she spent her entire life lying to herself about.
He's known her for like a day. Hold on, don't click it then. Let me get a snap of her face. Got it.
Being important, being somebody. So the Dynasty tells
Big somebody. Oh boy, that didn't age well.
her dynasties don't matter.
Hashtag dynasties matter. Lives matter.
There you go,
This
White.
scene is so huge, I can't even. Like, this film responds to it.
Why are parents so important?
My mind was imagining what he said. It was like what, like it was so huge. I was like imagining like Kylo turning into the wide walking meme, and like the music from that. Oh come on! I can't be the only one here who's seen that.
This is so sad.
You are, yeah.
Fuck you.
Oh, I want to back it up a bit.
Scene is so huge, I can't even. Like, this film responds to its own criticisms before the criticisms had you. Like, wow. But no, I'm sure that would have been just as meaningful in addition to Star Wars lore if she was a Kenobi.
No,
The
I don't.
new.
It would have been. Yeah.
Not to be a Palpatine, eh?
I love it
As
how it's like
Kylo-
all of those like TLJ. It's like, oh no, Rey's not supposed to be anybody special, and just all of those people just get the big middle finger because of J.J. Abrams deciding to fuck everything up again, and just say, oh yes, she's Palpatine's daughter or granddaughter or whatever.
So,
The trilogy.
since it's been established that TLJ is just more of the mystery box of TFA, would you guys say that the mystery box is designed in order to blind people like the one we're covering right now and make them believe
course.
something that is not happening whatsoever?
Yes,
Yes.
I think that is the like I said, like the mystery box exists to hide the fact that the mystery box is only full of teddy bears.
Yeah,
Or
Teddy
nothing.
bear. I was thinking it's full of elephant feces, but I guess teddy bears works.
I like teddy bears. That's a problem. It's got to be elephant crap.
We're
I
referring
mean,
to
no,
COD
but the teddy
zombies.
bear is basically the big fuck you. It's like, hey, there's no guns in the mystery box, only teddy bears.
Why do you want guns to be in there?
It's a COD zombies reference. It's player zombies.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was
Which this definitely is, starts our Skywalker as a bad guy and tries to tempt him back to the light side.
Huh, that sounds familiar. Kind of
Try
like the
to
original
tempt
trilogy.
tries to tempt him back to the light side. I sound so confident about what I am saying right now, guys.
I am a robot. I read off a script. Can't you tell?
Yeah, movies with Mikey is kind of an idiot.
I mean, I don't know. Like, have you seen like G-Man Lives reviews? I'm pretty sure he reads off a script.
It's the fact that he sounds like a robot.
Same with
G-Man
Mueller.
Lives?
Like Mueller carefully scripts out his videos to make sure he's as accurate as possible.
Or as much as he thinks he can be, anyway.
Oh, so I'm interested to hear your thoughts.
At a later time, because we're going to be here for like 5 hours if we do this right now.
Prequels are good.
All the while, someone with immense passion and drive for success, cheated by society at every turn with nowhere to place her ambition, and is routinely shorted by the reality of her heroes at every turn, starts believing in a world not run on fairy tales.
What?
What? I don't know where
I
any of this
really
means.
don't get the point of this fucking
Okay.
like this point. It's like Ray's like being like held down by the patriarchy in the glass ceiling,
Oh.
and it's this story about Ray, not Luke, and it's like, and it's like the world isn't about fairy tales. I'm like, this
Ray
fucking
is literally
Star Wars.
Ray does
Ray-
Star Wars is
Ray's
a fairy
never said
tale.
anything- Yeah, Ray's never said anything about like believing in fairy tales. Like, let's see, what's a movie that kind of like has that? Enchanted. Who here has seen Enchanted?
No.
Oh, I remember that movie. I used to love that movie as a kid. I thought because I always thought it was so funny that the Disney princess lady was played by Amy Adams was just like making everything all fancy and pretty. Like it's like taking it. I just thought that movie was so funny.
It is still funny. But that's kind of an example of she is fully buying into the idea of, oh, you get married to somebody you just barely met, and the fact that like you like the fairy tale thing will happen to you. And admittedly, she lives in a fairy tale world where kind of trolls and an evil queen exist, but she wholeheartedly believes in the fairy tale, and that's an example of that type of character. Ray does not. She just says she's heard stories. She's never said anything about the stories affecting her morality.
You know when you play like a video game where it's like, it takes place in like a certain point of history, like Assassin's Creed 3 or something.
Right.
Or like Call of Duty World at War.
Yeah, and you meet like Benjamin Franklin or some shit. Like, do you guys remember how like Hatham like bitch slaps Benjamin Franklin for like bumping into him? It's like, no, that didn't happen because he's a person to be respected in history, and they're treated with respect, just like how I would expect a prequel or a sequel that now has a different character in focus to treat other characters that are highly respected both in the fan base, the meta, and the story, well, to be respected and not made fun of and fucking insulted. Who the fuck is the shit? It's not Luke's story. His story is getting destroyed in this movie.
But I mean, the thing about that I think it's funny because the same people who are praising The Last Jedi are basically doing the same shitting all over people's legacy, people like
Yep.
Thomas Jefferson and Winston Churchill.
Yep.
Be funny. if they have like a sequel series to this and Rey is completely sidelined, they're like, oh, how horrible! It's just
Can she be sidelined by a straight white man?
No, you see, she's gonna be an androgynous, gender binary black woman.
Non-binary, you mean?
Non-binary black. I don't fucking know what any of that.
She's just an ethereal spirit. She doesn't even have a physical form.
No, let's go with the EFAP example of it's like a genderless blob. A genderless blob.
Oh no,
I
it's
would
just a
find
really
that
fucking
so
fat
funny
chick.
if the non-binary people like were just like, oh, I relate to this so much.
They're like, nah, no, we don't relate ourselves with this.
The other kin people, like the people who.
No, let's continue.
No,
hold on. Do you know what that is?
Shut
Do you
up.
know what that is?
I don't fucking care.
Other kin are people who believe that they are or they feel like this should be something else. So it's like I am a wolf. I am an elephant. I am a dragon.
I am a tech
Oh
helicopter.
my god, I think I know what you're talking about. Like, you mean the fucking furries and shit?
Yeah. Except that like it could be like any like things. You know, it's like I feel like inside I am a monkey or something. You know.
Okay, I got it. I identify as a dragon.ping.
Yeah.
PNG file.
Well, shit. I identify as a Spartan.gif file. So get fucked.
Yes.
I
you can't identify me as a scaly if I identify as a ping file. It's a fucking image.
I identify as a 2015 XCOM end cutscene Steam screenshot or PNG.
Okay.
What?
Let's continue.
What file is that?
It's not a file. It's just PNG, man.
Because of
I am. Oh, the furries.
I am all the furries.
No, I just imagine it's like the end scene for Rise of Skywalker, and it's like a furry versus like a fucking PNG file.
I am all the PNGs.
like it's just my avatar picture, and it's like Rey's a fucking furry, and I'm just fucking shoot lightning at her. But this time she doesn't deflect it. Yeah. All hail the low resolution PNG file god.
Imagine being low resolution, high resolution for the win.
Yeah, as if 1080p would look high res, like from 5 miles away.
No, don't you ever bring that up.
I identify as the Matrix of leadership.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am so triggered right now.
Yeah.
You guys were too harsh on this film.
Can I identify as an MAO8V main battle tank?
Transformers 2, really?
Yes,
no.
Yes. It's nothing like this movie. Like this, no, we can laugh at Transformers 2.
No, we can't.
You can get high and get drunk and like watch that, and it's like fun. If you get high and drunk and you watch this, you like destroy your house and light it on fire.
No, I actually think that
I had a friend who made the claim that the Transformers movies are designed for a very specific type of people. And he said those two types of people were stoners and really hardcore Transformers fans, which he said he was both of. So,
well, honestly, like hardcore Transformers fans hate these movies.
You're wrong, Dan. Like I'm sorry, but like that's not a case you can make because when it comes down to it, if you sit down and just watch the movie and the jokes don't bother you that much, it could just work.
No, that's irrelevant. No, that's actually irrelevant. It's not just the bad jokes. The plot is also terrible, and it also at least like 3 makes some really, really bad character assassination of Optimus Prime just as bad as Luke Skywalker's assassination. So that's why I say that all of these. That's why I say they are bad, just as bad, if not worse, than the sequels. At least the sequel humor isn't as bad as Transformers humor.
I'm talking.
The plot is just as stupid. Sorry.
Well, it doesn't matter because the action alone is still better than anything that these films can offer.
No,
yes, they are.
The action's still bad.
Dude, you're not gonna fucking tell me that the scene in Dark of the Moon when they slide down the building.
Wait, we're talking about TF2.
Transformer, like, there's some better stuff action-wise, I suppose, in Transformers 3, but Transformers 2 has nothing to offer. It's just
all I hear right now is
that's what TF2 meant. I thought you were talking about Team Fortress 2. What the fuck,
guys? All I hear right now is argument about which piece of shit is better.
Yes, this is the best critical debate ever.
If I made a cut of the Terminator 2, fucking Christ, Transformers 2, and I just removed all the dumb shit, and and it's just the broken plot and the awesome action scenes, that it will always be a far more enjoyable movie than The Last Jedi. We're still talking about like a 3 out of 10 versus like a 0.5,000.
I actually think that they're both 2s. They're both 2s, but I think that Transformers 2 is a lower 2 than TLJ.
You're wrong. Okay, you're wrong.
I'd love to see you prove me wrong. I would love to see you prove me wrong, but that's fine.
Are you really gonna tell me that like scenes like, I'll take you all on, and then he has the axe and the sword, and then like heroic music, like that? We don't get any of that in TLJ. Like Luke never does anything cool. It's like.
There's nothing cool in Transformers 2. It's basically mostly cringy humor.
No, that's just your opinion.
No, it's just it is 80% cringe. It is 80 to 90% just cringy humor and awful dialogue written by Aaron Kruger.
True, and you know it.
I've seen
just
recently.
That's not true, and you know it. You know the going on.
There is a pot brownie skit moment in
there is more than just that in the film.
No, it is constant terrible humor.
The movie is not literally just concentrated, stupid. Okay.
Have you seen this movie recently?
I saw the movie recently. It was not that
Transformers
bad.
2? What?
Transformers 2 is not that fucking bad, okay?
It was constant barrage of bullshit non-humor.
All I hear is, I know it's a piece of shit, but doesn't smell that bad.
Yes,
we are saying
if I literally cut out and left nothing but the fighting scenes alone, it would still be a better experience than anything in The Last Jedi.
Oh, like The Last Jedi at least has decent cinematography and like, except in the throne room scene. The throne room scene could go fuck itself.
Look. If you're telling me that if you think about Transformers 2 like really hard and look like below the surface level stuff, and if you dig a bit deeper, the entire
so basically themes.
If the entire thing falls, if the entire thing breaks down, if you really survey like all of it, like I'm sure that's true, all right. But if we're just talking from like a watchability perspective, okay, like I don't think saying that they're just as bad as each other is fair at all, because one movie is like the type you can still watch that other one movie. Like, do you really want to watch like the absolute slaughter of like Luke's character?
You want to watch the absolute slaughter of Transformers characters?
The Transformer 2 doesn't have characters like Luke to fuck.
It does.
Prime.
They have characters that've been around since the 80s. So.
Optimus Prime heroically sacrifices himself and then dies, and is then brought back to life and saves the day.
In the stupidest way possible.
Stupidest way possible. He gets revived with the Matrix.
Yes, and it's dumb because Shia LaBeouf doesn't do anything and then gets revived so that he can bring Optimus Prime back.
Well, he oh, fuck off. He tried really hard.
He tried really hard.
Hey, no, seriously.
Really hard.
Hey, do you know what I'm talking about? He ran through like an entire like giant battlefield in order to get the Matrix to him. Like it was turned into dust, and he's still fucking with him in a tiny pocket. You're not gonna tell me that he didn't try really hard to make that happen?
All right, I'm going to end this debate by saying, while both the Transformers movies and The Last Jedi are steaming piles of dog shit,
Nobody cares about your
the
pity and noble.
Transformers movies have hot women in them, so that makes them slightly more watchable.
Fucking hot women is like one of the most annoying. Whatever, I don't give a fuck.
Don't get me started about that robot woman. That was gross.
Okay,
Yeah, the
that is
Terminatrix
hilarious.
was so dumb. That was bad.
Oh, don't remind me of the
you
fucking
mean
college
the lady that can
humor
transform
scene.
into a robot? That was fucking stupid. Oh no, I'm just talking about in general, like because Michael Bay is a sleazy motherfucker.
Yeah,
That he puts hot women in his movies, and that makes his movies slightly more watchable.
I'm. All I was just talking about was just that you can enjoy that, and you can't enjoy anything in The Last Jedi because of how
You are really discounting Transformer fans.
I'm sure that a lot of Transformers fans believe the same way that we believe about TLJ.
You can totally take the 80s cartoon and then say that the movies are like the worst thing of all time.
Why are we bringing the 80s?
That's true. The TV series Transformers Prime, everybody go watch that. That was bloody amazing. And it's way better, and it's way better than the movies. I'm just saying that like the movies are things that you can watch the Transformers movies and be like, huh, that was kind of fun. Anyway, time for something more meaningful. Now I'm gonna go do something else.
Like I said, watching the Transformers movies is like, hey, I stepped in shit, but at least I saw some hot women while I stepped in shit, so I got to look at boobs.
I actually don't think that many. I actually don't think that they're that attractive.
No, they're not. They're all like fucking models and ugly fucking.
Yeah, like Transformers 1. There was like that one supermodel amongst regular fucking nerd dudes. I'm like, what the fuck?
Those women are so. They're the type of Megan Fox's type of woman that puts so much makeup on her like entire body that she looks like she's made of plastic.
She's not even a real person. She's like a fucking android.
Yeah, she basically is.
Yeah, that's a kind of a subjective thing because some people can find.
TLJ is more boring. Yes, it's way more boring.
Yeah, honestly, TLJ is more boring. Yeah, TLJ is honestly boring as opposed to cringe.
Yeah, see, that's a good one. That's a good one. Like that's like you're not gonna be all that bored in Transformers 2. Like that whole thing. But see, here's the thing. Like
I'm more actively cringing, I guess you can say.
A lot of the terrible writing you could also laugh at and like enjoy yourself with. Like there's nothing to enjoy in TLJ other than just sheer like how broken moments are, like fighting what you hate, all that stuff. Like I'm not arguing about like writing here so much as I'm just saying that you can have a more fun time watching Transformers 2 than TLJ. It's just a fact. It's just better.
How long ago did you watch Transformers 2?
I don't know, like 3 or 4 months ago.
Because it's far more recent for us. And I just remember the constant barrages of just in stupid shit.
You were focusing too much on it. I'm just gonna say that right now. You were focusing too much.
No, we were the pot brownie skit and the dogs humping and the dick gun on the robot just killed us.
Okay. Well, guys, if you look past that, then there's like actually something.
Also, guys,
if you just look past all the stupid stuff, you can watch it. Just look past.
Look, none of that affects the plot. Okay.
Well, we haven't even brought in most of the thing. Well, we can still bring up bad stuff in the plot because there's
Yeah,
so
but
much.
that dumbass bullshit that Michael Bay loves to put in his
Oh,
movies,
let's not
that
forget
doesn't
about the
actually make them worse. It just makes them stupid.
what? Does that not make up for it?
Okay.
I don't know. I
crazy.
really haven't seen the Transformers movies recently, so I can't really say too much about them.
Do we have to rewatch TF2 again?
We might have
It
to.
does make them worse. It like the stupid jokes do make them worse in a way, but like I don't feel like that's fair to like condemn an entire movie for that. Like,
when it's most of the movie, yes, it is.
It's not most of the movie.
It is most of the movie. every minute of that movie, it's stupid bullshit humor.
I can guarantee you that's not true.
Care to watch the movie again? We'll fucking do this right now. Right after the stream, I will fucking plop that fucking bitch on. We'll watch it.
I don't have time for that, but I'll promise you I'll watch it again.
No, we're gonna watch it together because we're gonna show you what we're talking about.
It's also like the plot's also so bad.
Look, guys, look. I understand that you guys are looking at it from like a certain perspective. All right, like I can see the films. I can see the film's other value.
What other values? It doesn't have any.
Like I said, it at least has hot women. Well, at least more attractive compared to the women in TLJ. So
we didn't send you to the hoarding jail, Noble.
There are plenty of people it's better. Okay, it's better. I don't care what you say. It's fucking better than TLJ.
You guys are like comparing two turds and trying to figure out which one stinks the less.
They're not turds. It's like Transformers movies. It's like a box that you open where like razor blades fucking stab your fingers.
Okay,
and then TLJ is like a landmine that like nukes the local area. It's just not the same fucking thing. Okay. It's not the same fucking thing.
With TLJ, I was more bored, but with fucking Transformers 2, I was cringing myself into a corner every 5 seconds. So I'd rather watch TLJ.
That's still more of a memorable thing than fucking TLJ.
I would rather watch TLJ, actually, to be honest.
That's just your opinion, man.
Yeah, because I don't want to be cringing myself into a corner every 5 milliseconds.
I would honestly rather not sniff a turd, so I would rather not watch either movie.
TLJ. You have not even seen TLJ.
If all of us die right now and go to hell, and we get to choose between what movie we have to watch for eternity, you guys will do Last Jedi, and I will do Transformers 2.
Well, yeah, we're both.
Honestly, I would rather. Let's see what.
Well, the thing is, you haven't even seen TLJ. You haven't even seen TLJ by last account.
TLJ, fucking it's soulless. It has no heart.
You haven't seen it.
Transformers 2.
I'd rather watch something that is soulless than something that is beating me upside the head with retardation and cringy ass jokes that want me to make me kill myself. Thank you.
All right,
okay, wait. If you don't want to watch a movie with cringy ass jokes that make you want to kill yourself, then why would you like you're doomed?
I started drinking. Last time I checked when I was watching the movie. I didn't drink when I was watching TLJ.
All right.
Yeah, but both TLJ and Transformers 2 have cringy ass jokes that make you want to kill yourself.
What Space Junk says here is, I feel like this is pretty appropriate. And after that, let's just get back to the fucking video.
Yeah.
You see, it's worse, but it's not that much worse. But it's just simply not the same thing at the end of the day, because the other thing is worse. Okay, enough. Let's continue.
Don't worry. This happens on podcasts all the time. That's a word.
All the time. We are very good friends and professionals.
We always say this is conflict. This sells well. This you can sell this.
That whole debate between us, it was just about, this fucking piece of shit is better than this piece of shit.
It's basically Winter Soldier versus Spider-Man Far From Home on EFAP all over again.
Shit, I just realized I need to have a clip of Actman saying, or it's like, it's not as bad, or it's like saying the shit sandwich that I took a bite out of didn't taste as bad as the piss covered shit sandwich that I took a bite out of the other day.
All right, let's go.
Who they are.
You guys could
and
always
what-
watch these movies. We could always watch these two movies back to back.
No,
That actually does sound
fuck
like
you.
That sounds. I would probably have a fun time because I know that White would be infuriated at me, just filled with incredible rage. But
Honestly, I wish that I had the power to create white rage because oh shit, that sounds really
Hail Hydra.
Anyway, I wish I had the power to make White Dragon rage because all he does when he's on the Spartan cast is complain about how fucking bored he is.
Oh, hold on. You don't have the power to make him angry?
No, apparently not. Because
Dude,
he's
you
really
fucking suck
fucking
in
bored
life.
every time I bring him on to my fucking Spartan cast.
You suck at life. Hey, White.
Huh.
How does it feel to be dead, bitch?
Fantastic.
Fuck you. All right, he actually made me
Except for
angry.
the parts where I can't fuck all the women in the brothels.
well, he kind of forgot about how he feels about Daenerys.
She raped me in that pyramid. She did things to me. She locked us up for more than one reason. Let's just say it at it.
Yeah.
How is that even possible? That makes
What?
no sense. That makes absolutely no sense.
What? What makes no sense?
whatsoever. That makes no
Why
sense.
do you assume that things make sense? We live in clown world.
What were you talking? What are you referring? What are you referring to, Replica?
I'm literally living under a rock.
Well, we should probably keep going with this really bad video.
Yeah, and that's
Well,
the funny thing. Our segue, our conversation about Transformers 2 was far more interesting than this guy's fucking video. It's like his guy's video is like it's like the perfect segue machine.
Yeah.
Wait, machine. All right. You knew you wanted me. You thought I was going to block up the entire thing. You knew I was necessary to make this more interesting.
I guess.
Even if you thought the casino subplot was silly and dumb, because it is definitely both things, but even that is just Star Wars camp, which it's always been.
No, it's
What the
not.
fuck does that mean?
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
F-bomb Central Station. All right, so you guys don't even need to say anything. I'll just say it for you. Camp is like when something seemed to make sense back then, but by modern standards looks really silly, but still works because of like how funny or slash, well done it is. Blah 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 blah. If something is blatantly
Like James
nonsense,
Bond.
yeah. The fights and action scenes in James Bond are fucking hilariously bad. They are hilariously terrible. But they're somehow still better than like bad action movies today because they have the actors really tried. They're really trying. Like, did they really think that it was the most awesomest thing that was going on? We should watch some of the fucking fighting scenes like without context. I'm sure you guys the fucking
God, man, I would honestly love to watch some James Bond movies. That sounds like fun right now.
Oh yeah. I think my favorite part is in the third movie. There's this giant henchman with a hat. It's a hat that kills people.
Oh man, scary.
Man with the
continue.
golden gun.
Piece
Yeah,
ready
golden
to
finger.
relitigate a lot of issues people had with it, but I ended up deleting that script and throwing it out, and I just started over because there's so many things to point out about the structure and the meaning and the symbolism.
I can't wait. I
What
can't wait. This is
structure?
gonna be exciting.
And
What
what
meaning?
the hell this thing is
What
actually saying.
symbolism?
With a bit of perspective, I love every decision in this film. But
Oh,
let's
boy.
talk about
Fuck off, you asshole.
Story
What?
fuel.
Story
What the
fuel. I'm just imagining I'm imagining this guy like having like writers
Snoke
locked
is
up in his basement
solid Star Wars
and just
villain.
sucking out the creativity out of his brain.
Hold on, quiet.
Yes, sir.
Snoke is a solid Star Wars villain.
No.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. I should probably back that up. Okay. A common criticism of this film is that Snoke was a wasted character because
He's gonna bring up Palpatine a bit, right? He's gonna be like, oh, he was never explained.
we never learned what he was all about. And
But he's gonna bring there he is. There he goes. There he is. That's the thing. It's like, oh, Palpatine was never explained.
Bingo.
Yeah, but that's
Like,
not true about
But the thing is, this is a sequel trilogy to another trilogy. This isn't the original trilogy.
All right, boy. So, if you're trying to say that all these guys weren't properly explained, that is only true for Boba, which gets backstory in episode 2, so that's not even true. Okay, it's literally only true about Darth Maul because he's the only. Wait, but Darth Maul was also trained by.
And Grievous. Grievous has no backstory. He just kind of is plopped into the third movie, unless you go to external material.
Yeah, they're not all that much explained, but we still understand them in a way. But you're right.
Because
they're
they
not
don't need
as
explaining.
But
As Literature Devil said in his
right,
video,
they don't need
shitting all over basically what is it, The Last Jedi, he says that the Emperor Palpatine doesn't need a backstory explaining where he came from because his backstory is in the title of Emperor, that he is the Emperor of the Galactic Empire. That's all you need to know in the original trilogy.
Well,
the reason why you need to actually
doesn't have
explain
that.
Like, the reason you need to actually explain Snoke is because we beat the Empire, and then all of a sudden we have this new big bad.
Exactly.
This isn't the beginning of a new franchise. Like, you can just do with the original trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, first off, it's just but secondly, he appears as someone who wants to present themselves as larger than life.
Yeah, because they can explain them later. Like, oh, here's the new big bad. We'll explain them in the next movie or so. But no, we just kill them off, and that's it.
And also just to sound scary.
Something.
They call him the Sand Spider.
Why?
Probably because it sounds scary.
Because he's actually a withered, easily fooled old man with a propensity for wearing stitched gold lame from chin to toe.
Make it work.
His death also cements Kylo as the second most well-developed Star Wars villain.
What? Fucking edgy, fucking emo boy is a well-established villain. He's just an emo kid. Who fucking gives a shit? You can't even take this fucking bitch seriously. Like, what the fuck?
What School of Movies thinks that he's more complex than Darth Vader?
Yeah, I could be a far. I could be a far better villain than him.
Because hell, if anyone's taking Vader's crown off his head anytime soon. But how if they didn't sure try a whole lot? I think Anakin is an inconsistent character that is very much at odds with who he presumably becomes, regardless of how campy and silly this.
No, it was.
We are gonna move past that.
Okay, I'm sorry, but Dr.
It's the same one as Hux
from Austin Powers is a more complex villain than Kylo fucking Ren.
In fact,
yeah,
it's true.
That's actually not wrong. That's actually not wrong. At least he has some measured connection with Austin Powers. Then it's eventually revealed that they're both the sons of Michael Caine or whatever it is. Oh gosh.
Bruh.
The punching bags, they're expendable. They make Kylo terrifying because
No, he's just a fucking edgy drama queen who just fucking can't get his way, so he just throws a fucking tantrum.
Yeah.
They're not to make him look. They try to make him look tough, but he just looks like an edgy, fucking impatient, whiny shitbag of a fucking child. That is Kylo Ren.
Because he's emotionally so eruptive.
That's
there he is,
actually not
throwing a fit.
good thing. That's not a good thing.
Like Vader, who's very controlled and very menacing just by his very presence.
You know, like
Kylo Ren in like the beginning of TFA before he took off his mask was far more menacing, and before he started doing his tantrums, I would say that's the better way of doing it.
it's like there have been plenty of villains, that the I kill my own men trope, the other thing, all the stuff where they get angry and they destroy shit, but just about all of them have like a measure of self-control. Like they will only flip one table, they will only smash one object or whatever. Like Kylo, he just blindly and stupidly swings at this fucking computer panel, just getting so angry and like he's pathetic. He's a loser. Like that's
also like you can. That's I imagine like a human manpower is more replaceable than the hardware.
Oh yeah,
just from a practical logistics perspective. Like you could just kill that person and have it make more sense.
Luke Skywalker himself feeds into this. In a moment of weakness, the Golden Boy.
Oh, look, there he is. He's playing sad music. Very manipulative.
Golden Boy.
Oh, let's replay a sad song on the world's smallest violin.
All right, we're gonna be quiet and we're gonna let him finish the sentence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker himself feeds into this. In a moment of weakness, the Golden Boy believed a little too much in the dark side, light side binary, and less so in the power of redemption.
What?
Yeah, and that in itself is stupid. And that in itself
That is so out of character for Luke Skywalker.
Episode 6 Luke Skywalker, anybody? No? No, okay.
Luke Skywalker is not Tywin Lannister or even Ned Stark, who somewhat believes that way, or Robert Baratheon.
I like this.
Oh god.
And they wasted
Him
it.
stopping the blaster shot in midair was sick when I first saw that, and they wasted it. I mean, I guess a moment
A Sith deals in absolutes.
Psst, Obi, you do that all the time.
So uncivilized.
Look, think
Are
of
you
things
retarded?
like Snoke as story fuel. They serve the greater narrative, that of Kylo Ren, in this case, in the larger story. And Kylo
Would you stop with the emotional music?
Ren,
What the fuck
in
is he
turn,
talking about with
fuels
story
her.
fuel?
I don't know. It's just noise.
Look. What he's saying, Noble, is like how in a video game, the bad guys you fight are faceless because they are just bad guys. They're story fuel to keep the plot of the game going as you're moving through the levels and shit. Like he's essentially explaining that Snoke is like lesser of a character because he's just not as important as the other ones, which is entirely the problem. He's not even countering the problem. He's just explaining he's explaining the problem.
Even then, like the bad guys you fight in video games aren't usually faceless. They usually do have like some kind of even in games Doom, where there isn't much of a story. Like the demons do have like a lore.
Like we're going way off on a random tangent over there.
It's not a random tangent. Like I'm just explaining to him what he's saying. And
Noble. I'm talking about Noble.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah.
Because it is more important to explain Snoke because he's like the connection tissue between episodes 6 and 7.
Even if he was a mini boss, he should get more fucking explanation than nothing.
Because he's like everything that happened between 6 and 7 is because of him. But no, he's not important, I guess. Okay. The First Order, why Luke ran away like a little bitch, why everything just happens. Okay.
Rey, someone who in the last movie believed in this grand destiny for herself, but when confronted with
Grand
the fact that
destiny
she's
for
Grand
herself.
Destiny.
No.
I don't remember
That's
that.
factually wrong. That's wrong.
been lying to herself.
Yeah, she's like, "Who am I?" And she's like, "It doesn't matter." I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "Okay." And then in this movie, I guess she suddenly just reverts back to "Who am I?" again, something.
It's so
no
fucking
one.
stupid.
It's like a video game character, like in an early game. It's like, oh no, it's actually more like a TV show where like their characters reset every episode.
Yeah,
I hate
like
that.
He-Man or Thundercats or any
Yeah.
of those really
Or
dumb.
SpongeBob.
Yeah, or SpongeBob. Yeah, any of those dumb cartoon
Well-
movies.
Hey! What did you say, motherfucker?
Whoa.
Did
Well,
you just call
SpongeBob-
SpongeBob a dumb TV show?
It is a dumb TV show.
Wrong. Stupid TV show.
Oh, I'm not going to comment on that.
Herself and her parents
That's more of a British potato and gun thing.
sold her off for drinking money. He offers her a place to belong.
Oh shit!
No.
Wah, 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 wah.
Offers her a place to belong. No. That's just
That did
wrong.
not age at that age like milk, like really bad.
Yeah.
Let's hear that again.
This grand destiny for herself, but when
Wrong.
confronted with the fact that she's been lying to herself and her parents sold her off for drinking money, he offers her a place to belong.
Her arms look like
She's
little
An
noodles.
app for her place of belonging because we just revert characters back to their previous episodes apparently.
Amber
Pretty
Alert.
vulnerable to that.
The Sith. Jedi.
Sure, it means probably touching the less puritanical sides.
All he's trying to do is manipulate her into joining
Oh
him.
my god, Puritan. Oh my god. Oh,
The
fuck
Force,
me.
but she was already hooked on that shit from moment one. And seeing this from Kylo's
She's perfect, good Jedi person, all throughout the entire trilogy.
Yeah. She basically has no flaws. She's just naive, which is technically not a flaw. It's something you should grow out of as you get older, but it's not not a story-based flaw, mostly because she doesn't suffer any consequences because of her naivete.
Hey,
Yeah.
bring that post from Finance back up. The sequel trilogy, especially TLJ, is postmodern art. All it is, it's a rotten banana duct taped to a wall, and then somehow worth $2,000. Yeah, that's true. 200,000. I don't know what that is. Spondax is a genius commentary on the process of growing up packaged into a framework of silly animal.
Yeah, because like British Potato Top brings this up. It's like he only watches season 1 through 4, I think, and then the rest of it kind of just drops that whole thing.
Yeah, that's indeed.
Because like after season 4, I think it just becomes noise.
I miss my childhood.
That's because the writers changed after season 4,
Well, the writer.
or was it season 5 or
So,
4? I would have to ask Potato on that.
I got all depressed. Fucking hell. Oh god.
His perspective isn't that hard because he actually was training to be a good guy until the head of the golden goodest guys pulled a weapon on him with at least
And so he murdered the entire school.
Because he is a school shooter. That is all Kylo Ren is. He is a school shooter.
Let's hear what he has to say.
No.
Quiet. Everybody be quiet. Oh, fuck. Volume. Gay. God damn it. Fuck me.
Press the
hard
arrow
because
key.
he
I got it.
actually was
Fine.
training.
Okay, I did push the arrow key, but it was just changing the volume, not the timeline.
The button to
Let's be a-
activate the pause or start is K.
Good guy until the head of the golden goodest guys pulled a weapon on him with at least for a split second the intent to use it. We never see
yeah.
Snoke
Which was
kill
so out of character.
It is very out of character.
What? My nephew has dark side thoughts one time? Guess gotta
My
murder him.
My my nephew thought about outdoing the gay, and therefore he must die. That's
My father, my literal father, literally committed like genocide on multiple planets. I can save him, obviously. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, we just completely
there should
forget.
be like a fucking meme, like of that. It's like,
Noble, you have the power.
Anyone, we see Rey kill loads of people. It's a complicated.
Oh, what the fuck does that even mean? We see
Yeah,
Rey
so-
kill loads of people, so does like literally everybody.
yeah.
All right, so who has the all-time like kill count in Star Wars?
Tarkin.
Solo.
Tarkin.
Who? What?
Tarkin. He killed a planet. He destroyed a planet.
Okay, so there were more people.
Are you
on that
sure? Because I'm pretty sure that Han Solo's shooting is probably like has a higher body count than kill an entire planet.
What the
What?
fuck are you talking about?
We're
I
talking
don't-
billions as opposed to a few dozen.
Do you think? Do
Did you remember Rogue One?
You
And
underestimate the great Han Solo. I am disappointed.
Oh, I get what you mean. It's because he killed them.
what?
He's talking about about Solo, where Han Solo is like a god with guns, and the accuracy is like the highest in history.
That's TFA.
Oh, okay.
Conversation.
How the fuck do you hit someone you're shooting, or you're looking away from them if you shoot at them?
Because cinematography or some shit.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
What do heroes look like? What do villains look like? The new generation has
I mean, it's pretty easy to find out.
some notes for the.
What redeeming qualities does Kylo Ren have other than he makes weird fan fiction obsessed preteen girls and middle-aged housewives cream themselves?
The older generations for their overly
Okay,
myopic
thanks
look
for
at
that
morality.
image in my head done. That's disgusting, and I can't.
You're
get it out,
welcome.
man.
Oh God, why?
Think of Swallow.
Oh my.
Which I will point out in canon also happens from the prequels going into the original trilogy. They're less puritanical than their parents were. I think where Star Wars is taking all of these questions about the Force and the universe at large are super interesting. The Last Jedi is a film where the heroes just get.
Yeah, you had to show the Leia fucking Mary Poppins things, did you?
Okay, so I think what he's saying is that, like, the prequels, like, the Jedi were like Nazis and they really cared about rules. And then in the original trilogy, they became more like, like, I don't know, like Republicans or whatever. And now they're becoming like leftists or something. What the fuck are you saying? Are you like saying like, oh, these puritanical fucking people who cling to rules and law and morality?
I think we're reading way too much into this. It's just noise.
Yeah. It's just they think that like their like the official rules mean more than anything else. This is kind of like his thinking of like what puritanical means.
Wailed on and dwindled, and at points even accepting the loss before the clock ran out. The opening title crawl says the Resistance needs a spark, and it spends a lot.
A spark? The fuck is that?
The Allspark.
Yeah, because when they blew up the Death Star, that wasn't a big fucking moment in the original trilogy. Like, oh shit, the Empire isn't invincible. Oh, but when we destroyed a literal planet-sized fucking super weapon, no, we are really scrambling in fear of the First Order,
which is basically a terrorist, an unaffiliated terrorist group with no government backing,
which is absolutely insane.
That somehow has like the military might of the Galactic Empire.
Somehow.
It's like they had the budget as if they had like tax money from like billions of planets or whatever. It doesn't make any sense.
It's just bad shit, insanely retarded.
Ben has dark side thoughts. Unbeknownst to him, Luke was on thought patrol.
Oh,
Yeah, he was suffering with wrongthink, and therefore Luke had to. But also, Luke is suffering from wrongthink, since he was thinking that he was a hero, and when in reality he wasn't.
This is so
The
dumb.
fighting expert is going crazy.
Yeah, I wish I were making that up.
Why are we just like?
Ben
I don't
has
know. I
dark
hate
side.
this idea that we have to like degrade our heroes from previous generations and
Top
make
Patrol.
everything about like, oh, I'm such a super special snowflake, and
Ben has dark side thoughts. Unbeknownst to him, Luke was on the Thought Patrol.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
he was. Okay. Maybe he caught Ben masturbating about thinking about the local toilet girl. Maybe.
That was it. That's the main thing. TOJ is great. We are blind, dumbasses.
A lot of effort to tell us why. At the end of this,
What?
they are screwed. The key players of
They are screwed. They
Yeah,
shouldn't
screwed.
be though. People should be rallying behind them because they literally blew up fucking Death Star 3.0.
And also, they blew up.
Basically is, if we're gonna be honest.
But which is completely forget about that. This is the problem with an established universe. When you just write shit you feel like writing, and you don't even take into context of anything that happened before it.
the resistance end up in one room, a small room. It tells a hell of a big story and does
what would that be?
absolutely what it was supposed to do, to leave the audience wondering, how do they get out of this one?
No.
You are such a fucking
You
dumbass.
Okay. So, like, one of the biggest flaws in episode 5 is that we never like see what happens to the rebels until like they get back to them. But that said, them returning to them and then knowing that they're going to be with them, like that leaves up plenty open for like what might happen otherwise.
I don't know. Okay, in Empire, like it made sense, like that so it starts off with the rebels on the run because they're trying to lay low because like the galaxy's biggest world superpower is coming at because knocking at their doorstep basically. But the First Order, we don't know. Like again, they're not the world's they're not the galaxy's biggest superpower. They're just a bunch of basically neo-Nazis who dress in in the same similar uniforms to the Empire.
And space evils.
They are neo-Nazis. They even have the Nazi salute and
the space evils. Nazis have like goals. These guys just want to destroy and be evil for no reason. They're space evils. They're the evils in space.
Let's talk about Rey.
Oh yes, the bestest ever.
Rey.
She's not sexy.
New Star Wars relishes the gray. No pun intended, except for that I totally intended it. Here's a funny thought. Rey has a villain's backstory. A manufactured orphan
What?
of cowardly parents who sold her for drinking money. Conversely,
Where?
This young boy, this young boy was abandoned by his parents. He's gonna become a villain. No.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, done. Unfortunately, if you ever write someone who has a backstory like this, they'll probably become a villain. Unfortunately, there's no way of doing anything else.
Have you read any books, my friend? Let me think. Okay, abandoned by their parents. Vin Venture in Mistborn. Abandoned by her brother.
That book you wrote?
No, that's Brandon Sanderson, a much better writer than me, much better writer than George Lucas too.
Fuck you. You're not gonna. Who cares? I'll just ignore that because otherwise we'll be here for the entirety of human history.
Have you read those books? So like, can't even.
Kylo has the hero's
He
backstory.
write fucking movies that don't even compare to. But fuck off. All right, let's
Okay.
Born to affluent
That's
former heroes themselves. Rey exemplifies new Star Wars to me. Anakin finally took that plunge into unforgivable child murdering evil with the gentlest of insinuations. One could conquer death if they just believed enough.
I wonder if you hold that same standard. Wait, hold on. I got this. I hope you can
Keep that same energy
with Rey.
What the fuck is the point of these skits?
Fucking crap gamer is great.
Okay, why? I'm gonna send you one of my own that you can use for these in the future.
No, fine.
Continue. You don't have to wait for me to do it.
No, what? No, fucking talking about shit. God damn it! I'm trying to go back a bit. See, every time I want to push back, it fucking goes to the. It does the stupid. Oh, YouTube, you suck.
Yeah, it does.
Plunge into unforgivable child murdering evil with the gentlest of insinuations. One could conquer death if they just believed enough.
And Rey is super complex because
he wanted to save his wife. I get it. Rey got sold.
So
that makes everything so much different.
Admittedly, his slavery is extremely lacking. It's like, George, this is not how slavery works.
What? Oh, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah. Okay. All right. If you're, are you real? Are you for real?
Yeah, like that's
because I think Episode 1's portrayal of slavery is probably one of the best in any movie like ever.
Have you seen 12 Years a Slave?
12 Years a Slave is just some like Marxist fake history bullshit. I have one question for you. Why the fuck would you treat your slaves like that if you know that you would have to pay their medical bills?
You don't have to pay their medical bills.
Ah, fuck off, they do.
They're property. They have no right.
You have to take care of your property, dude.
You also have to punish. They had the mentality
Why
that
would
you
you
have to
punish them to the point where they're fucking useless?
You can just buy more. They're cheap.
You can buy more. That costs money.
Yes, but
it
slave
costs
plantation...
more money to. It costs less money to buy a new slave than it does to fix the one that I already have.
This is fucking retarded,
just like it costs less to buy a new iPhone than it costs to fix the iPhone you already have.
Look. Like that, movies portrayal like that are nonsensical and blatantly retarded. To the point
what evidence do you have?
It's completely stupid. All right.
It sounds like Replica Films is just defending his pro-slavery stance.
I'm not pro-slavery. I'm just using like basic like logic that would determine that it would never be that you would never do it like this because it would be it would literally cost more. It costs more to.
Can you back that up?
Of course you can back that up because it's a fucking impractical use of your shit. I mean, would you destroy all your tools if they don't work properly? Like it's insanely mind-numbing.
Are you gonna actually back it up?
I mean,
like
they did like whip the slaves and like
they did
like
not
in the
do
South.
that like they did not do that like there was no tomorrow. They did not do that like it was fun or something. They did not do that like it went out of style. As though it's like something that has to be done. It's like, oh, you're daily whipping today, boy. I better be ready. It's fucking insane, okay? Like, those portrayals of those movies are insane. They make no sense. They make absolutely no sense.
Not realize
I know, but the way you're like saying it implies that it really didn't happen that much at all, and that like it was.
Yeah,
like...
it did not happen that much at all. Like the fucking what we are told in history is like an insane exaggeration.
And you know that because
logic dictates that it's impossible.
You have proven
so basically you're saying it's like, my theory is of how like because it's
so
like,
You just say my theory.
You don't actually have any historical evidence or records like saying like
Neither do they.
this percentage of slaves were whipped and punished.
Neither do they.
What these films are about as ahistorical as you can get. The reality is that like any kind of like slave owner who would like know who would know like anything would know not to make your labor like fucking invalids. Like you would just have them do their work and not even think so much about it.
The Great
Only
Wall
if
of
they would
China.
like cause a problem would you like do so. Yeah, kind of like
They work
China,
until
yeah.
they die,
They
and
don't-
then they just get more, and then they die, and then they just get more.
You're making this sound like it's a cartoon. It's not a cartoon. Real life is not a cartoon.
You would be surprised at how often like fiction is tamer than reality.
Yeah, I mean, considering the fact that like,
But guys, I'm
Hitler
not
exists,
interested in going into this topic.
Okay, Rags.
Like you guys made
now you're pulling your Rags here with Doom Eternal.
Listen,
I'm gonna talk all this shit, but once you
White.
back me into a corner,
White.
I'm just gonna. Oh, I'm not
White.
interested.
White, do you want to have a 2-hour-long conversation about this fucking topic right here, right now?
The problem is that you're just saying things without evidence, and
The problem is that you are using like propaganda.
Yeah. Okay, it might
That's
be
all those movies
propaganda,
are.
but at least it
They're
is
just
material that we can source.
Those movies are nothing more than propaganda to make white people feel guilty.
We're not.
And
I'm not
you
talking
can-
about
and you
movies.
can prove
I'm talking
it
about actual
yourself.
fucking historical records.
That's short. Fuck off. That's not none of that. Unless I'll have like fucking all the proof in the world, I do not believe that shit. And that's a
oh
bottom
my
line.
god, this is like the best episode so far.
I didn't want to go fucking, but like, look, saying that like at the portrayal of like fucking Watto not being cruel for literally no reason is like weird or anything. That's just stupid. Okay.
That just depends on the type of slavery. Like if it's like royalty slavery, they don't give a shit about their slaves sometimes because they're just so rich they could just throw money and get more slaves.
But like,
Also,
why
like-
would they do that if it's literally
Because they
for
can,
no-
because they
for
don't give a
no
shit.
If it's
Because
for
they
no
have
reason,
infinite
then
money.
what's the point?
Why would
Because they have infinite
Elon
money and
Musk
they
launch a
just don't
Tesla
need
into
a reason
And
to.
someone like Watto would have to because you can't just buy slaves constantly.
You can't,
Okay,
you
but
can't,
why would
you can't-
somebody like Elon Musk like what Elon Musk launched a Tesla into space? Is it like he doesn't need a reason for why he's doing it? He just does it because he can, because
What
he's
the fuck are
filthy
you on
fucking
about?
rich.
Look, Anakin is like high value to Watto. Like losing him is like that would be a big fucking.
This is
problem.
two different types of things we're talking. Like in Tatooine, like the slaves are like an infinite bundle. I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm kind of just going off the fucking thing here, but when we're talking about history, from what I remember, it's just, like you can just throw money and just get more slaves. Like I don't fucking care if they die. They're
Watto does not
property.
like, Watto doesn't like whip or abuse the shit out of Anakin because he has no reason for it. There's no reason to. Like done.
You
Like I don't
always
know
have
what the
to
hell.
discipline your slaves. Like that's just
discipline them for no reason when they're doing nothing
And
wrong.
you have to remember, Star Wars is very tame.
Yeah, Star Wars is extremely sanitized.
Done. Like for real, dude. Like if you think there's anything wrong with that, like you're just fucking wrong. Okay. Like
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just
like
factual
like,
that it is sanitized.
Like Anakin never even did anything wrong, so there's not even a scene
Well,
where
we
it
don't
could have
see a
like
movie.
happened.
Well, I imagine there would probably be times where he needed to be disciplined, and Wada
Yeah.
did hit him.
And yeah, maybe that happened, but
Mhm.
there were. But it would. I don't see Watto like fucking putting Anakin up on like a pole and just keep continuously hitting him for like half an hour. Like this wouldn't happen.
He probably just put a shock collar on him, admittedly.
Yeah, they would just put a collar on them and if they walk too far away, they'll explode or something.
Well,
You know,
there's
like in the
a
movie?
chip- there's a chip in their head, yes, but that's like a guarantee. And besides, like they can't even go anywhere anyway. So it would like the reason why the movie portrays Anakin as though he's almost sort of like a, you know, like a friend of Watto is because he basically is in a way. Like he's just does work for him, and Watto like takes care of them in return. Like it's not, it's like it's not like look, as much as it's like a fucked up thing to say, like something like slavery isn't always just permanently 100% bad and evil. It's just not good inherently. Doesn't mean that like somebody who owns another. No man should own another man. But it's not like people who own other people are like automatically going to be evil fuckheads about it. It's like they could very well.
Depends. Like
Yeah,
if we're
of course it depends. It depends on the individual. But the reason why I said
historical stuff, the belief was that black people were literally lesser people because of the mark of Cain.
Well, that's more of like propaganda stuff.
Yes, but people did believe it.
No, I mean like the movies to talk about that because very few people believe that. In fact, that was more of a Mormon thing rather than anything else.
Oh, what?
Mormons believe that.
What do you mean Mormons believe?
Well, it's actually in the doctrine.
So somebody,
yeah, you're talking to a Mormon right now. You better be careful about what you say.
Yes,
I've only actually ever heard it like be a thing for like Mormons.
So to segue a little bit here.
Yeah, let's be careful. Let's continue this video before Replica insults Dunn's religion.
Wait, it is?
Yes, I am a Mormon. Return missionary, everything.
Oh.
Share screen. Blah, blah, blah.
The entire thing went to hell, didn't it?
What?
Let's see here. Many people died from hunger, starvation, have been killed.
We are actually doing this right now.
The tens of thousands of people were still alive. As more than 1 million people died during the construction.
Oh, the Chinese.
That's the okay.
Well, I mean, the country is literally named after like the guy who took over the whole thing, so I wouldn't expect it to be that good. Okay, look, done. Just putting it out there, okay? That information, I might have mixed it up with something else, and I got that from a guy named Ken Hoban. So don't at me, because like I kind of realize that might be a stupid thing to say. Okay. But I'm just referring to this thing I heard where it. What the problem is I don't fucking hell. The reason I didn't want to talk about it is because it's all super ultra political, and it just
what?
History is not super ultra political. This is a historical debate.
Historics.
All right, let's get back to the video.
God damn it, that was fucking stupid. I'll get some more water. You guys continue.
Rey has lived her entire life having to fend for herself against an entire planet with greater social standing than her own. Ergo, everybody takes from her. Luke never
It's so dramatic.
Can somebody please translate that word salad for me?
Okay, let's play it back and then.
Give me a sec. I found that far more interesting than this fucking asshole's video. All right.
Rey got sold.
Because we can actually discuss it.
Sold.
Yes.
Rey has no one.
Rey got sold. I'm like, so did Anakin.
Yeah, Crimea River.
Rey has lived her
we're playing their emotional music again.
Entire life having to fend for herself against an entire planet with greater social standing than her own. Ergo,
what?
Everybody
How does the
takes
entire planet have greater social standing than her?
I don't know. I feel like he's just pulling this out of his ass because I don't remember anything about this.
It seems as though everybody's owned by Ankar Plutt.
Yeah. I don't remember her being a slave. Like, she's just a person in the desert.
She's just kind of there paying for
it's not really established that she is a slave. It just seems that she's
not. She's just a scavenger. Last time I checked.
And also, Rise of Skywalker utterly destroys this theory.
Yeah. Oh, come on. God damn it. I pushed the wrong tab.
love it how Rey basically. Oh, that reminds Rey got to live where she wanted. I love it how in the end of Rise of Skywalker, she ends up living on on Tatooine, another fucking desert planet. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, I think she's just there to playing devil's advocate. I think she's just there to bury the lightsabers after she's cannibalized them into her own lightsaber.
That. I am so glad I did not watch that movie because I just would have been
I didn't watch it either, at least not in theater. I watched Mahler's review and I was just like, this is everything the leak said it would be. How did they screw this up so royally?
Luke never experienced the broken home that created him. He had 2 loving parents, even if they weren't his biological parents, that literally died in his stead. Rey grew up with a monster. I think Ryan...
A monster? What?
Unkar Plutt is what he's referring to.
I know, but he's sounding like he's like this horrible person, but we never see that.
And realize there's
It's just like,
probably a lot bubbling just under the surface that one could tap into. Rey is a fantastic hero because she has every reason not to be.
What?
Translate that. Somebody
Somebody
please translate that. I had no idea what that means.
It's nothing.
Rey
I like that
is
Rey's
hero because she has no reason to. There's,
I mean, she has every
pretty straightforward.
Okay,
reason to be. She
that's the thing. She kind of just like goes along, even though even though it's not even. Oh my fucking! It's not like she's like she like chooses. She just kind of like floats along with the plot. Just kind of just do. It's like I don't know. It doesn't feel like she's making any meaningful sacrifice in The Force Awakens.
She doesn't make any meaningful choices throughout this whole series.
She's not a character.
It's not like it makes a decision that would actually even though doing the wrong thing would benefit her in every single way, that she still chooses to do the right thing anyway. She doesn't.
What are her morals? She doesn't have any. She's just plot device. She's just good because, essentially,
was capable from moment one because as a character.
Meanwhile, Luke Skywalker is like, oh, he bad because plots say so, and it's like because he made a mistake.
Wait, he made a back up a little bit.
She has every reason not to be. I like that Rey's angry. I mean, she has every
angry. At what? How she has no emotions.
Did
She's
this guy watch a completely different movie? Because I remember Daisy Ridley having resting bored face.
Because he definitely watched a different movie because he thinks she's like a slave or some shit. I'm like, what? That's never shown in the movies. She's just like a scavenger person doing bugger all.
Oh, I just realized that I think I might have been referring to Jehovah's Witnesses before. Oh, for fuck's sake.
So you accidentally insulted Dunn's religion.
I went to the Bible Belt in Kansas. I'm used to it at this point.
Well, he's still a Christian. I don't really care about what denomination he's from.
Capable from moment one because as a character, she had to be capable since she was 5 years old.
That's insane.
Okay, well, but they don't show that.
Also, kind of the thing is, Disney would never portray how it would be. She would get raped repeatedly. Do you realize how probably lonely some of these people are?
Mm-hmm.
And,
actually, that's a true. So during World War II.
Oh God!
So the Soviet Union had all-female units.
All right. We don't need to go in that personal details. Noble.
I'm just saying, whenever they got captured, they never actually appeared in the prison camps.
But What?
We get it.
How could anyone
What a
learn
fucking
to use a
strange
lightsaber
example.
that quickly?
Yeah, that's an actual concern because if anybody can just learn lightsabers like in 2 seconds, like why even have a Jedi temple? Why have a fucking have anything like that? You could just learn the Force because why not? Like out of thin air, just hold your hand out to like a really good Force user, and they just learn all their abilities. There's no need for world building or anything. No,
No.
no.
Fighting expert, that's a terrible idea. No.
What?
Why? Why would you do that?
I don't think you should be. I don't think you should be saying that, man. Her morals are the audience moral. Oh no! Well, thank God I never watched the movie. She is shit with a light. Oh yeah, she definitely is shit with a lightsaber.
Everybody's shit with lightsabers in this trilogy.
Yeah, it's sort of like modding a video game and then just like using the worst animation for like the lowest level tier on like the highest, most power level one. It's hilarious. She has no idea what the fuck she's doing with that thing, and yet she somehow keeps winning.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much, yeah.
By the way, just like I don't have much, hate towards the actors because ultimately, they just had to work with what they were given. But honestly, Daisy Ridley, like, was it really that fucking hard to just learn how to look like at least half decent with that thing? Like, seriously, man, come on.
I blame the I blame the choreographer. His statement was, "Oh, Daisy Ridley was awesome. She learned the choreography in like less than a day or something."
What? So she's
Love
a Mary
praise.
Sue in real life, except not really because she sucks.
It was high. Like
the choreography. That's not a thing against Daisy. That's literally the choreography just being very piss poor.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, fire
the
that
choreography is all that it is. It just swing, batter, swing the whole time. So it's not really that hard. So that's why she learned it less than a day.
This motherfucker would be fired if I heard him say that, oh, she was so good, she learned the choreography in just a day, and then I saw that on screen.
Yeah.
Now, the choreographer, if I remember correctly, he strikes me as like Asian, maybe Korean, I don't know.
He is. Yeah, he is.
All right, he's like a Korean guy. Now, I'm not gonna be like stereotypical, be like, oh, why is he bad then? Because he should probably be good because ancient Chinese, blah blah blah. But like, I have to like wonder who the fuck that guy is for A, it being so bad, and then B, him thinking it was so good. Like, what was he smoking? Like what the fuck was he doing? Because he, honest to God, probably thought he was doing a good job.
Like I said, he should be fired.
He should be fired. He is that one kid at school who gets an F, and he's just like, what? Why? I worked so hard. It should be like an A+. What? Like it's
Okay.
Oh,
I bet.
Let's continue.
I bet it's that as a person, she probably had to make weapons out of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because staff sort of say, watch. I'm gonna plug fucking Fighting Experts video on that topic. Just go watch his video on it. That'll
He is the
explain
fighting
everything.
expert.
Moment's notice. I don't think figuring out how to make lightsaber dangerous.
Why can't we read that? That man is so stupid he shouldn't have a job. I agree. She hasn't been trained. Of course, her stance is heck. Heck is actually like the fake curse word for hell. So you're saying her stance is hell.
It's going to take very long. Look how she uses it in the first one. The internal logic of scenes in this movie make a lot of sense when you take a moment to think about them. They're almost responding to Force Awakens criticism. Like the Stable Boy illustrates quite clearly that not only do Force-sensitive kids not disclose the fact that they are Force-sensitive, they're experimenting with their powers from a young age. A scene a lot of people gave undue scrutiny to was Rey using the Jedi mind trick seemingly by feeling in The Force Awakens. The Last Jedi's wrinkle is that she probably didn't. She knows how to do that shit. She's been doing it her whole life.
How?
You can't infer that. You can't infer
Don't
that.
you like? That's the funny thing. In Mandalorian season 2, Luke Skywalker says talent without training is meaningless.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, but
So even the Mandalorian, as stupid as it is taking shots at Rey, even if it's unintentional.
I'd like to think it's intentional, just in my own headcanon.
Okay, so like, what would the four of us agree on? Is like, say, the maximum skill level that a person who has figured out the Force powers but doesn't know it's the Force, doesn't know what they have, and like, but has been like using it and doing stuff with it, and maybe say, you know, fighting or whatever with it.
I don't know if we can actually quantify that.
I think we can. I think that we can with Anakin, since he's supposed to be like the chosen one, the biggest, bestest Force user ever in many respects. Like the guy who has a high midichlorian count. All he does is he has enhanced reflexes,
and like
he doesn't move crap.
Oh yeah, that very well said. Very well said.
And like literally, like all Luke was able to do is just like slightly adjust the aim of the torpedoes so that they went into the exhaust port.
Yeah,
like,
but Rey can just use very powerful Force stuff immediately. She's the best ever.
Yeah.
Luke and Rey have the same ambition, a belief that they were meant for something greater. When Luke was training his mortal enemy,
that's not true. That's factually wrong. I'm sorry.
Luke just wanted to leave Tatooine.
Also, like Rey just wants her family back.
I want to civilly wrap my hands around this man's neck for using that as a defense.
Look at that. If Rey knew the mind tricks, why didn't she use them to get more food?
I guess
didn't. Oh yeah, he would have done it on Ankar Plot.
I guess he's like Watto. He's completely immune.
That would be hilarious.
Well, we don't know that.
Well, I mean, it is Simon Pegg playing him, so.
Plus, even if Unkar Plutt was supposedly immune to mind tricks, Rey would somehow manage to mind trick him because that's how powerful Rey is.
Reverse psychology mind trick.
Damn.
Exactly.
Higher level mind trick for the high smart mind. You see that clone trooper was actually a philosopher that she mind tricked. Like it was a super highly intelligent person. She did it anyway.
Oh, that was so dumb. I remember that now. That's their defense.
Oh, the fucking novelization. Like, it doesn't make any...
That's not real. I made that up to like make Rey seem like badasser. I was joking. I was saying like it was actually super special that she was able to mind trick him because he was ultra smart. Like I was joking about that.
Again, if that was the case, if she just downloaded the memories of Kylo Ren, what's the point of having Jedi like Padawans? It's like, Padawan, just download my memories.
He really
Yeah.
took everything he had away from him. He should have been training Rey. That's the irony. That's the there it is. There's the movies.
What?
Rey changes the status quo of Star Wars. So I understand why people are uncomfortable with what she does to the fabric of this universe.
Absolutely destroys it.
Oh God, what the fuck did he... Oh, of course that people are having a problem that she's changing the fabric of this universe. You don't bend the rules of reality in real life. What, I can't just warp reality to my will and just make a hot chick just appear?
I would say I can't just suddenly know computer science out of nowhere because I hold my hand out because I just looked at a computer science guy for like 10 seconds.
And I don't even care if
And it's not even that. It's like I can't like learn everything about computer science just by watching one YouTube video about computer science.
Yeah.
There's a difference between being naturally gifted, which, not to toot my own horn, but like I haven't had any like super like higher education, and I still know a lot because I pay a lot of attention, But I'm not like there's a difference between being naturally gifted and also having like studied a fuck ton and actually knowing. Because like if you would ask me, for instance, like what the fuck is like what are the details of like the fall of the Roman Empire? I don't have a fucking idea.
I guess the bigger the way to think of it as like if you are untalented and untrained, you would get like an F or a D. If you are talented,
you get like a B or a C.
But and then if you were again, and if same thing exactly. If you were like, and if you but here's the thing though, I think both people who are untalented and talented will be able to get into an A or an A, like I think like or an A or an A plus. And then talent really doesn't mean much. Like if you like it once you actually like practice and do the skill, like practice doing the skill.
Oh, talent it does mean that you're capable of learning more stuff faster, but that's just a logistical thing.
It's true. I mean, like, yeah, you might be able to like if with practice, like the talented person might be an A plus, while the untalented person might be an A. So,
well, the basic gist is that some people can have figured out in their 20s what other people take their 30s to get to. That's basically what we're talking about here.
Oh, look at this guy.
I've been at computer science for I have been at computer science for over a decade, and I'm still basically average. I'm getting worse as new text comes out. Well, how old are you? Like,
I don't know.
I'm talking about him. Like, it's
I don't know.
Because it kind of depends on that too. Because a lot of people, older people, struggle with that shit.
The next movie, they reveal that Han and Leia are really her parents because hell, if that wouldn't explain the wonder Power Twins can.
They won't do this. No, they'll do something extremely dumber.
Connection that her and Kylo seem to share, but it wouldn't change who Rey is. The universe has already screwed her over. The damage has been done. Now she's here to burn it all down, and she found a friend to burn.
Oh no, she burned it all. She's gonna burn it all down.
Yay! So she's a nihilist.
Why is a character burning down the universe the hero?
Because why would anybody burning down anything be anything other than a psychopath? It's
okay.
Exactly. Well, you see, they burning down shit is what chaotic evil people do.
Okay, so Drake is like 35 or something. That's his age, I think.
Burn it all down with her. I don't think she's gonna go all the way evil. Not anymore.
That would have been bold.
Too obvious. But we're now immersed in this world of middle ground.
Oh, I'm so immersed.
And imperfect calls.
Imperfect call. Oh, fuck.
Heroes aren't as clean as they used to be, and villains aren't as obvious. I mean, there are obvious ones.
They're pretty obvious. They're pretty dang obvious.
Yeah.
They just get cleaved in half because that was really all the gas they ever had in the tank.
Yeah, because the writers are really shit.
Holy shit.
We got to a point in a Star Wars movie where the hero almost became the villain and the villain almost became the hero.
No, we didn't. No, that's actually untrue.
No. With the point where the hero almost became a villain, that was in The Return of the fucking Jedi, where Luke Skywalker almost murdered his own father because he was giving into the dark side of the Force to win because he was angry that Darth Vader might turn his sister against him.
I like the idea
he snapped out of it. So he basically threw away his lightsaber because he realizes that he shouldn't be killing his father.
I like the idea that somebody would actually believe that Rey got like close to being evil. She did not get close. She didn't even come close to like being like neutral.
She didn't.
No.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Right.
Now you have put COVID all over our stream. Congratulations.
So what you're saying is we'll get
has this stream been properly social distancing?
Well, I don't have to worry about it since I'm a literal corpse, so I'll be
Don't
fine.
worry. We'll just get a cold for like a day and a half.
I'm always cold.
Well, then you'll get colder. Oh,
I'm already below 0.
you guys couldn't see it, but I was flickering my hands around like I was a girl. That was retarded.
I mean, usually they just turn into melted bacon face and
Talk like this.
But back to Ray. She
What?
doesn't owe anybody anything. Her father and mother sold her when she was like 4 or 5
your
for
mask,
booze.
that's great.
They ruined her entire life for probably not that many nights of being drunk. That isn't a throwaway
She raised herself, which makes her remarkably overpowered.
decision. That decision is everything. It makes her strong and caring and
Like you know how like in Jumanji, like Alan lives 26 years in the jungle. Like the reason why that even remotely works is because he had like he was like the son of a rich father, and he'd been living in civilization as a child for a while. Like Ray she was like 2, and they placed her on a fucking desert land, and somehow she like raised herself. It's ridiculous. Like her best odds would have been to be like adopted by like a family, like a farmers, like Owen, Lars, and stuff. That's her best chance. But of course, you can't have parents or anything like that because it would just be too horrible for the strong female character to have, love in her life.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Send her the magical
kind
black
and
guy.
interesting and powerful. You want to bet on natural force users? Bet on the kids that have to fend for themselves.
What?
And yet you hate the prequels, I imagine, for doing something like that?
Remember, he really doesn't.
That same energy.
What does that keep that same energy from?
It's from Crap Gamer Reviews. He's a fucking console fanboy type.
Lol.
Like they are literally God's gift from Earth to Earth kind of person.
Okay.
And just to segue into the finale, bet on the people that have to clean up for everyone else's.
Oh boy, here we go. We're gonna talk about
why
looks
do
now.
all these fucking people have this exact same format where it's like mistakes?
Well, you see, they have to distract you with music and very noisy words to distract all the nothing they're saying.
And now we have like thematic elements. And
So
it's
they
like
make their videos very fancy looking, and they have all this neat editing and shit to distract you from all the nothing they're saying. Essentially, that's what I get from this.
And also,
exactly.
like loud cuts.
Oh.
Why is the thought looking at me?
Everyone wishes they could rewind the clock when one mistake leads to another mistake, which leads to further mistakes.
Thanks for the lesson.
You want to go back in time. The rebels are outgunned from the word jump, but it doesn't really stop them from screwing up and getting people killed.
Which
guy
is dumb.
This guy is
Also, like the whole thing with Admiral Holdo, I feel like if she had just explained her fucking plan, that would have made that whole thing at least a little bit better.
No, the movie wouldn't function then.
Dumb heart gets a lot of
Like, or
people
maybe
killed.
you don't need to tell it to the audience,
He makes a
but
lot
she
of
could like explain it to the characters, so it still maybe is a surprise.
shockingly bad calls, and a lot of people
Like she
die
says,
as a
like,
result. For
I have a
Luke,
plan,
who made a
but
mistake
you
in
need
his
to trust
backstory.
me. And it's
Oh,
like it's
you
gonna
need
sound
to be
crazy,
quiet.
and you.
Did
so
Poe
bad
make
that-
the bad choice, or was it Holdo? Because Poe didn't make any bad calls throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like I feel like
The only way to atone.
I don't know. I feel like the whole like I guess the
yeah.
I don't know. I guess, but that's just here's the thing. I don't know. Like I was saying though, like if she actually explained, like if she maybe didn't explain to the audience, like but explained Poe like her plan and told but all the audience saw was that she said like to Poe, it's like I have you gotta trust me on this plan. If I tell you it, it's gonna sound crazy, and then maybe you cut and then maybe you cut to her whispering it to him, and then he's like, okay, that sounds crazy, but we'll try it.
Mm-hmm.
And then then they could still be a surprise to the audience, but at least we know that there is a plan and that she actually has something going on instead of just instead of her just fucking around twiddling her thumbs.
Okay.
Going for it is to give his own life for it. Something he knew he was doing from the moment he walked into that cave. Kylo is the one that warns Rey that astral projecting yourself across the universe will kill you. And
what? Hold on a minute. What the fuck?
Own life for it. Something he knew he was doing from the moment he walked into that cave. Kylo is the one that warns Rey that astral projecting yourself across the universe will kill you.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, done.
Okay.
Did we watch something else that he did?
Back up a little bit.
It's a lot of shockingly bad calls, and a lot of people die as a result. Or Luke, who made a mistake and his backstory so bad that the only way to atone for it is to give his own life for it. Something he knew he was doing from the moment he walked into that cave. Kylo is the one that warns Rey that astral projecting yourself across the universe will kill you. And who do you think...
What? He said that Kylo says that to Rey? I don't ever remember that.
Okay, so
well,
I will play that. So he does say that.
Yeah, he does.
But he does say that in the movie. Like he says, you can't be doing this. The effort would kill you.
Yeah, but he said that, yeah.
That's so dumb. Why does this power even exist? It's so Luke can die.
And also, why does it even cost that much energy?
Well, it probably costs that much energy because they realize that if you can do this, then the people in the prequels and the OT and the Old Republic, basically everyone should be able to do it too.
Because holograms would become useless.
Or even spying would become basically a
drop of the hat kind of thing.
I would say stakesless mission, but that works too.
Could you imagine you steal some USB card from somebody? You go to your house, the dude appears for a fraction of a second, grabs it from your table, and then just disappears. It's
before he does that, before he does it, he just gives you the finger.
And also the forced teleportation BS in Rise of Skywalker.
Oh my god, that's actually possible in Star Wars or Disney Star Wars. They just teleport, grab an item, and then leave. How useful is that?
It's insanely useful.
Just teleport towards the Resistance, steal their plans, and leave.
I wonder if they could have used that in Phantom Menace to save a certain Jedi.
Hey, White, how come it says you're playing Fable 3 on Discord?
I don't know. Someone probably has. I have multiple. I have an account on an Xbox somewhere. So
he's just cheating. He's not paying the full attention.
Taught him that it was Luke. He then does it. Leia trusted Poe, which almost got herself killed, but definitely led to hold.
Wait, hold the fucking moment here.
Will kill you, and who do you think taught him that? It was Luke. He then does it. Leia trusted Poe, which almost got herself killed, but definitely led to Holdo's growth.
So
what?
Luke was intentionally committing suicide. That would not be a mistake. Unless you're calling all suicides a mistake, which they are, but not in that way. The intention was very much.
I love how we've gotten into that topic.
How the fuck does Poe's get Leia killed? What decision are we talking about?
He is the reason why the Resistance isn't all dead.
Yeah, I don't think we need to elaborate on that anymore. That point has been beaten to death already.
Sacrifice. And the cleverest bit of the Canto Bite storyline is that Rose and Finn trusted the most roguey, lovable rogue person to remind you that the Han Solos of the universe don't always go your way.
No,
What?
He's not lovable. He's a weird, neurotic, crazy person who clearly has some kind of weird neurodivergent BS going on. That's just some made up thing, like literally made up thing that like Ryan Johnson just made up because he has a stutter. He's a stuttering lunatic.
Every second they spent making mistakes that cost them time, that in turn cost the lives of numerous.
Oh, I wonder whose mistake that is.
Oh my god.
A certain pink person? No.
This stuff happens all the time. What is your stupid fucking point?
Resistance fighters. And they're off riding bobcat dogs on a casino racetrack. People dying as shit.
That's why.
That's why it's bad.
Couldn't digest Canto Bite for like months. Trust me, I get it. But I eventually understood the balance there. Star Wars is as much a wonderfully believable space melodrama as it is a whiz-bang Flash Gordon serial that people of all...
fuck is that word salad? That was just fucking noise.
Look, when George said that, he didn't mean that it made no fucking sense.
Or that it's utterly devoid of intelligence, or that it's preaching to the audience, like Birds of Prey tries to, and failed miserably at the box office, which, good thing. I'm okay with that.
What?
Birds of Prey.
What the hell did you even just say there?
Well, Birds of Prey was trying to preach about like true misogyny and that sort of thing. But
Did you know that that Ian McGregor's character was originally going to be gay, but then they changed it in like the final cut of the movie because they were afraid that it was going to be homophobic, and like the whole reason why he's acting like a misogynistic douchebag is to hide the fact that he's gay.
Ian McGregor plays a misogynist. Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Why did he agree to that? Fucking SJW.
He was going whole. I think that
because he got cucked. That's why.
He lost the high ground.
Indeed.
All ages can enjoy. Star Wars has a freak flag. It has always had a freak flag, and it.
The fuck are you on about?
Okay, hold on. White, get back to like the point he was talking about Flash Gordon because this makes no sense.
We'll fly it.
No, I don't want to.
And it's trying to make you happy doing it. And I'm not going to rehash in slightly more benign terms what I said during the Force Awakens piece about Star Wars existing to make the world a better place, because I already said all that. For something to have been this relevant for this long, it must evolve beyond ideas.
What's with the fucking black and white background? He's like making this so dramatic and shit. But it's just a bunch of noise to me. I can't understand anything what the fuck he's talking about.
I can't understand it, but it's
just what I mean about like editing and music and shit. He's trying to sound super smart, but when you actually turn off the visuals and just listen to what he's saying, it's just noise.
Okay, so I can cut through the noise and I like understand what he's saying, sort of, but he isn't saying anything.
Bullshit.
That's the point.
Exactly.
Well, if you cut,
I can cut through the noise and understand what you're saying. What is that? Nothing.
Well, look,
pretty much, yeah.
What he's essentially doing the entire time is he's like going in circles, where he's trying to prove points
I
that
need
he's
to get going. I'm sorry.
Trader.
A friend of mine and is here to talk job stuff.
All right. Good luck.
Let me check.
He abandoned us. It is a traitor. A deserter.
Is about morality developed by one guy in 1976. That's 42 years from the development of many of these ideas.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
They gotta grow up. We gotta
grow up from what?
Fucking if you were born in 1977, you'd be 42 years old. I think you'd be born out.
Despite Star Wars.
Here's the thing, though. Like, yeah, no, my father was like old enough to like have been like seen the original Star Wars movies as a kid in theaters, and now he's an adult. and he's been alive long enough to have a 20-year-old son. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, these people have grown up. And, like, the thing, though, is that the original Star Wars trilogy is way more mature than the Last Jedi will ever be.
Forget mature. This is way more intelligent.
Yeah,
Wait,
movies don't talk down to the audience. Like,
are those
like Last Jedi talks down to the audience as if they are fucking toddlers.
Wait, hold on. On Finn's suit? Are those pencils?
Most likely.
What? Yes.
They probably just put pencils on there and cut the tips off.
They need to have fucking. Those are like
the space pencils replica. They're space
we have
pencils.
to write the shit down on paper. We have to write down information. We need to have 4 pencils at all times to write the fucking. I thought they were like grenades or something.
Yeah.
These costumes are retarded.
Yeah.
Really dealing with the whole idea of years and time. I know they do in the books. Don't at me. It's a film show. We are finite creatures. And that...
What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Word salad, everybody. Word salad.
So what he was saying there, White, was nothing.
No. You know what I have to say about that?
No shit.
I'd be going to laugh like a retard. Fuck's sake.
Damn it.
This is... Oh, thank God, we're almost done. 4
Everyone
more
wishes
fucking
they could rewind the clock to fix the problems we cause ourselves. Hate the film, but don't sell Ryan short. It's...
Wah, wah, wah.
Now he's
Now
playing the training footage backwards? Why?
I don't. You know what? I got an idea. I can make the rest of this so much easier. Just bear with me for a second. I got this.
What you doing?
You'll see. You'll see. It's perfect. It's perfect. You.
It's probably.
It's truly genius.
Are you gonna take the glasses off, White? You're gonna take the glasses off?
No, I got something better. All right. So we'll put that there. And
I have no idea what the fuck this is gonna do. No, but
okay.
It can literally do anything. It can do fucking anything. This might go bad.
Yeah, just grab your nearest just anything to defend yourself. That would probably be a good idea.
Oh fuck, my wooden sword. Got it.
Share audio screen.
Water shotgun. I got shit.
All right, you ready?
All right.
Tell me if you hear anything.
No.
Can you hear that?
No.
They turned off the audio.
Share screen. Share audio.
He turned off the audio.
Okay, now tell me.
I can't hear anything, dude.
I put in share audio. I am literally sharing my audio.
I can't hear anything.
What did you?
Oh, the fucking bomb shelter is practically unneeded right now.
Why? I'm very disappointed in you.
I'm very disappointed. Okay. Look at you, White. Look how pathetic you are compared to us. He is like badass with 2 guns. I'm standing before like a massive crystal ball that can let me control the earth.
You know what? I actually fucking drew this myself. Get fucked.
I actually made my avatar and Photoshop myself. Get fucked.
I actually took this photo 5 years ago. Get fracked.
Damn.
I like how that got like more stupider the further it went. I actually drew it. I actually edited this. I actually took this screenshot.
The joy of technology, indeed. Technology is fucking stupid, apparently. Because it's like, oh, I share my audio, but it's not sharing my audio. Let me try this one more time.
Well, to be fair, I did upscale this picture, so maybe that's like slightly more impressive. I don't fucking know. I guess the real.
I don't know. I like you're saying that Photoshop is inherently less impressive than drawing it. I'm like, you do realize they're entirely different skills, and one art form is not superior to the other.
When did I say that?
Tell me if you hear this.
Hear what?
You know, fucking Streamlabs is fucking worthless.
Look, if you want to play Jackety Sax, I could just do that through my phone.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, thanks, StreamYards. I am banning StreamYards.
White. Look down at the bottom of your screen. I think there's a message asking you to confirm it.
Hey, look, I you know what? Let me handle this.
We'll just go back to the regular shit.
All right. Let's do something in solidarity of White Dragon, and we'll both become another White Dragon in order to commemorate the event. What the fuck am I saying?
Okay, let's just continue.
Now where the fuck did I leave my creepy like stalker selection of
all characters
White
in
Dragons
this film could use to
pictures?
enrich their lives and stuff was to not jump to conclusions.
Salad.
All right, play my video now. Oh, okay, that's not my video, but play the video that I'm sharing.
Why?
Because I'm gonna make you suffer.
Oh no! Why would you do that? Did EFAP did a fucking thing on Resident Evil 8? Are you for real?
What is this?
For just faggots. All of them are faggots. Humanity is 99% comprised of fags. All right.
Well, that video was fucking awful. What the fuck is this?
Hold
blah,
on.
blah, blah, cold open, mumble. Something snarky about people being mad at video games.
No.
Mock acknowledgement of one's own smug superiority. Blah, blah, brief sliver of humanizing introspection immediately undercut by reappearance of
fucking
the
movie, Bob?
persecution complex.
Yes.
Make-believe heavy sigh for effect, pithy trisyllabic segue, and iris out to titles.
Can you like put them at 50% speed?
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Now it sounds like it's just drunk. Everything means something.
In all seriousness, though, my
Okay, 75%.
acknowledgement that argument.
He does sound like he's drunk, though.
It's held on the internet over movements that exist on the internet for or against things that only the internet cares about,
He almost
not
sounds normal.
exactly being the ideal
Okay, now back to normal.
Put him at 2x speed.
democratic discourse that Themistocles fought for at the Battle of
No.
Green Screen does not preclude my additional acknowledgement that a man with a big mouth should endeavor to also have big ears, and that the fundamental law of averages holds that even the tornado hitting a sewage treatment facility crap storm that all internet arguments eventually descend into, if sufficiently sized, can manage to toss around a few ideas worth taking into consideration. What I'm electing to zero in on here today is one component of the myriad grievances supposedly held against the geek media and the gaming press, mainly because it's been one that cropped up before the most recent unpleasantness.
Does this guy say
The
any
idea that
real
there's entirely
words?
too much talk of politics in geek culture and around video games in particular. Now, to be fair, much as I appreciate picking apart any narrative art piece for a way to tie it to this or that high-minded hot-button issue as a thought exercise or even just for kicks, I can also concede that it can
Can we
be
skip to the
tiresome
part where we
reading yet
actually
another.
talk about something? Can we actually bring... What the fuck?
Can we actually bring out the part where they talk?
I don't know what that
other analysis piece
about
about a game or a film or book or song or comic
He's
or whatever
saying
that is
literally
clearly more
nothing.
interested in showcasing the author's expertise in a particular field or tradition of cultural critique, regardless of the logical stretching required to get there. That's not to say that you can't fill a library with in-depth examinations of race and class in Grand Theft Auto 5, or that there was nothing to be said about gender, sexuality, and also colonialism or cultural appropriation in the new Tomb Raider reboot, or even that it's not going to be really interesting to see how that new Hell's Yeah militarized police
Arkham's
are awesome
Razor.
version of
If you're
Battlefield
not
is
gonna
received
say
if
anything
we've still
about
not
it,
sorted
you're
out
not
that business in
talk about it.
Ferguson by the time it comes out. But if you're looking for a Marxist manifesto between the lines of Bubble Bobble, you may want to re-examine a few of your life choices. But I can't get too on board with the idea that discussion of games is either A, somehow too invested in matters of politics, and or, God forbid, social justice, or B, should actively be avoided altogether unless a game comes along stamped with a
What is
Republican or
this?
Democrat endorsement sticker.
All right,
Politics, or
that's
simply
it. That's it. We're done. We're
He's
done.
not saying anything. He's not saying real words.
Oh, God.
He's not bringing up an actual fucking argument. He's just saying shit and moving on. Arkham's
He's
Razor.
He's not saying bringing up a real argument. He's just saying shit and moving on.
What are you doing, Replica?
I'm not doing anything. I'm just doing it.
Get fucked.
I tried to impersonate you, but I didn't. I realized I'm not you, so I couldn't really do that. So I just started to copy everything you say. That's my impression of your voice, by the way. Nah, do you like it? To be fair, it's more my old man voice. We're gonna be honest. The other white dragon. Oh, that's
hold on. Hold on.
Oh, he's gonna become white dragon too.
Oh no.
Oh hey, it's like that's just your opinion. Game of Thrones sucks. PC Master Race for the win.
Yeah, of course.
I hate Liam the Legend. I have his head on a pike.
What?
Yes. See, there's this man named Liam the Legend, and I have his head on a pike.
I didn't notice. I was looking at you.
I have no penis because I am dead.
I am dead.
You can't even get my own lore right. It's because I got it shaved off when I fell down and I died.
I can't even get my own lore right. It's because it's shaved off when I fell down. God.
I cannot even get my own lore right. It's shaved off when I fell down. Now listen to me, Mr. White.
I don't know what you're talking about here. You guys say about this white dragon guy? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Alright, so now I have possessed White Dragon's soul. And I will now continue to take over the world in an icy blizzard of hell. Now everyone, you all worship me. I sleep with all the whores. They all belong to me.
Yes.
All the women in the land belong to me. Because somehow Cersei Lannister was able to rape a dragon in a pyramid. Yes. I have no idea how the fuck that works, but that apparently did happen. And so I will take revenge by raping every single woman that ever lived. This must be out of character.
We need to put a stop to this bad dragon #1 customer guy. He seems pretty crazy.
I know.
You should look that up on Google. You will know what that means.
Okay.
I'm going to suffer for this, aren't I? What the fuck is this?
Hey, look, now I am Soviet Spartan. I come from Soviet Russia. I am Comrade Noble. Good.
Okay, so this I I need to I need to explain what happened. Is that I was confused, and when I was looking for a solid 5 to 10 seconds, and it wasn't the search results which told me what it was. It were the fucking advertisements.
Wait, Bad Dragon? Oh shit! You mean comrade? That is not good shit right there. Oh no! What are you doing, comrade?
It's good. It's good shit to some women somewhere, I'm sure.
Oh, those
Hold
women.
on.
Shit.
Hold on. Let
Those
me get
women should belong in gulags. Obviously, you should throw those women in gulags.
All right. Let me get. All right. Here's an appropriate picture to simulate how I'm feeling right now.
Don't fucking put some pornographic shit on your screen, please.
Oh, don't worry. I'm just bad right now.
Mr. Noble Commando and Replica Films had the unfortunate take on actually listening to me and typing in Bad Dragon on Google.
Which is a mistake I will never make again.
No, comrade. It's just that I had already fallen through that trick a long time ago, and I had just remembered that trick.
Yes, I know how to make a mistake. How is the end of the stream gonna be? What are we gonna do after this? We're a few seconds away from 3 hours.
How long have we been doing this little skit, comrade?
Ray R34 Jakku. The fight against.
Yes. In Soviet Russia, we do not like Last Jedi. Last Jedi is shit. In Soviet Russia, we hang Ryan Johnson.
Joel, I will literally rip off your balls.
Whoa. Continue your conversation.
Comrade, you see, comrade, the reason why socialism has never worked is because real socialism has never been tried. Obviously, real socialism involves Spartans, and so I thought I have created Spartan socialism.
Now you listen here, motherfucker. I was from Vietnam.
Yes, in Spartan socialism, we have regenerating energy shields, so it works so much better now.
I was from Vietnam. I fought communism in Vietnam. I'm a G.I. Joe.
No, but you do not fight real communism, because real communism has not been tried before, comrade.
Well, what about... But I want to fight communism, so how the hell... If it's not real communism, then what was I doing there? Shooting innocent people that wanted to be communists?
Oh shit, yes!
Oh, well, you're not gonna guilt trip me, you little son of a bitch. I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna come over to Russia. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Good luck with that, because we in South Russia, we are very good at beating off invaders. We will just
You don't
use
understand.
our same tactic of
you
scorched policy.
You don't understand, boy. When I come over there, I'm gonna kick my own ass. Because if I kick my own ass, I'm gonna kick your ass. Because everything is reversed in Russia. So if I kick my ass, you're going to have your ass kicked. So I'll just shoot myself in the head when I get there. And that's going to just kill the entire country. It makes complete sense. No, I need to nuke myself. And then, yes, you're right. If I nuke myself, then everybody else gets nuked because I meant them to be nuked. And in Russia, the nuke is sent back to the invader. But if in Russia, the invader kills himself with a nuke, then the country gets taken.
I am not following your logic. Are you drunk, comrade?
Oh,
shit! This makes me want some vodka. Where is the vodka?
This is what I hear. So everybody who's still in chat, this is what I hear every time you guys go on a tangent.
We're not even on a tangent. We're just fucking around.
Are you breaking character or your predecessor?
Oh no, comrade. Of course not. You see, it's because shit. Why is the vodka gone? There's the vodka.
I'm gonna fucking kill all of it.
Hey, comrade, you got any vodkas, comrade? I ship potatoes. I need potatoes for breakfast, but then the KGB takes all my potatoes, so I have to ship more potatoes.
That's not a detail I need here.
But then when I ship more potatoes, I get sent to Gulag for having potatoes.
What the fuck is this? Alright, so what you're saying is, first place I would go is to the Gulag and free everybody there, so I have an army of people fighting against the communists.
That is not,
not a bad idea,
sorry, they will throw you in
yeah.
Gulag if you try to free Gulag.
You see, because everything is reversed in Russia, I will just capture the Gulag in itself, which will free the people, because if I'm in charge of it, then the Russians are not in charge of it, and then the people will automatically be free. Because in Russia, your Gulag does not get taken over. The Gulag is you, and you will be I will control the Gulag, and it will be mine. So, in fact, I'll just take over. I'll just shoot.
And so, Russia, you do not take over Gulag. Gulag take over you.
Yes, and if I take over the Gulag, then it will take over me, and then the people inside it will be under my control. So I'll just send all those
No,
people.
but you will be under the Gulag's control.
Oh, there's him. There's a fighting expert. The fighting expert will kick his ass, and then he'll kick the country's ass.
Mother Russia does not kindly to impersonators.
You do not kick Kant's ass. Ass kick you.
That's why
Mother Russia does not take kindly to impersonators, you communist. No, you capitalist dog.
That's why when I
no, this guy is clearly a filthy capitalist pig. No, do not listen to this
man.
He's
You are a socialist and capitalist dog, both of you.
I do not believe in
No. Occupation Army is the kulak. Obviously, I am the true Soviet.
What I believe in is bombing the
country. Are you arguing with your commander? For I am the fighting expert, you capitalist dog, you pig.
And I am a Comrade Noble. I am leader of Soviet Russia. Get fucked.
When I arrive.
Get fucked before I send you to Gulag.
When I arrive.
Then crimes against Mother Russia, I will have your head cut off.
You just silence. The CIA is subverting my perfect socialist nation. This guy is working with the CIA.
I figured it out. I just let you two fight. I'll just wait until you're done, and then I'll come.
No, come here, you capitalist pig. I will chop you up and feed you to the pigs. Make them nice and fat.
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelled of elderberries. That's what you sound like. That's what you sound like, comrade. Your Russian accent sounds
French. Communist.
This guy is not really true Soviet. He is actually French. He is faking his Russian accent.
If you feed me to the pigs, then you all you do.
I think there's not much left to do here.
Well, you could just play my video and make it better.
Wow. Okay.
Make the video better. You will do the video, or else I'll kill you. America for the win.
Guess what? I am not Russian. I'm Italian. So get your ass out of your brain.
Yes, but who won that? You see,
it's
but
one
in
of
World
Mario's
War II, who won World War II? Was it Italians or was it Soviet Russia?
I do not know. I'm
the Italians, because we teamed up with America.
No, not before you lost. You lost first, then you teamed up. We won. We were always working with Americans because we knew that we had to beat the fascists.
All right, you faggot, shut up.
Not tell capitalism to shut up, you motherfucker. I'm gonna bring you back around your head.
You too.
Okay.
You replicant.
Dear God.
I can hardly even hear what you're saying. I don't know if you can edit your video again, but probably should have boosted up your audio because I can hardly hear you.
No, what he needs to do is dub it over. Oh wait, I broke character. What is this, you know, Brad doubled over?
Shit, I didn't know we were still doing that.
Oh, we're not. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll probably take it down and re-edit it tonight.
I have a black belt in Sand Kobu, which is Korean staff martial arts. And also I have Kima, so I will be providing
Replica soldier, yeah.
examples with a Nordic short broadsword and a two-handed European longsword. I will be showing the difference.
That's a
If
wooden.
need be, you can mute and I'll just talk over and make it better.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so one thing that just pisses me off a lot is one server that I raid a lot because of their stupid takes. They send a TikTok video which is very deceiving that defends Rey's fighting with a lightsaber. And what they do is they take very kung fu stances and then translate that into lightsaber fighting. And but it doesn't work like that because the stances that Rey uses is very much Korean style, not like kung fu Chinese style. It's very much Chan Togu, or as it's also known, is Tang Su Do, depending on where you are. So it's just those two arts mixed with European sword fighting, they just do not work. So that is what I show off a lot. And you can see that when I'm backing up right here, I actually start moving the way that you see Rey moves in the movie. Well, in all the movies, I should say. Where you can clearly see it, how she takes a hit. Well, she does the hits. And then she keeps on continuing. So it's just that, how do you see that and say, oh yeah, you can easily fight with a lightsaber? Honestly, try and explain it.
You can't really. I got nothing.
Yeah. So it's just, that's what I'm showing right there. How it's just saying that, oh yeah, well she fought with the staff so she knows how to fight with a lightsaber. It's just complete stupidity. It just doesn't work.
Damn, fighting expert looks like a fighting expert. His face is like the face of a warrior.
It's got some weird condition. What was it again? You get very.
I have an autoimmune skin problem which creates heavy scarring. So you can see how it's very much like how Rey fights with her staff in the movie. And I'm showing right here is how you do basic attacks, how you strike, how you move your body, just how you use your body as the fulcrum, the tipping point, or the level point, where you just turn the staff and let the impact happen. Then I transfer over to a sword, and I'm using a Nordic sword right here. And I explain that it has a wider blade, but it's short, so it's very much a powerhouse sword. And you can see how a lot of lightsaber styles, especially in the prequels, were inspired by the Nordic blades and Norwegic fighting, because it's just sheer power. You could say it's very much like the Sith fight, how it's to overwhelm an opponent. And I'm explaining where, unlike a staff, your feet are also planted much differently. Because with a staff, it's feet shoulder width apart, but you have a bit wider than normal stance, how instead of your feet lining up with your shoulders and your knees are bent, you kind of have your feet separated a bit further to gain more balance and to help carry into your swings. With sword fighting, you are more lighter on your feet in order to bring a foot forward or back to aid in your attack. Now I'm using a European longsword in here, hand and a half.
Well, that was weird. Okay. I couldn't hear any of you talk. I couldn't even talk to you. I just fucking locked out for like a minute. All right, that was weird.
So, as you can see, with a hand and a half or two-handed sword, it looks more like the original trilogy sword fighting, how it's you are carrying your weapon in front of you, it's more centered with your attacks and where the blade's pointing. So European sword fighting, especially with long swords, it's more centered. Also that way, with an actual sword, you can do half swording, meaning you can grab the blade and have a nice level with it.
Uh-huh.
And also, I point out where you can see a lot of longsword techniques with Luke versus Vader in Return of the Jedi, where when Luke gets angry at Vader and goes on the offensive, how he is doing the step drag with his feet well on his, well, kind of facing sideways and fighting with one arm above his head as he attacks. That is very much like longsword fighting. Now, right here, I'm showing what overswinging is, and it's what it's called. You overswing, and Rey does it, especially Kylo Ren. They do it so much where it's just that you hurt yourself. The reason why overswinging is so dangerous, it's not because it gives an opening to your opponent, it's because you can actually physically hurt yourself.
Yes, like it's the swing effect where it can hit you in the back.
Mm-hmm. Now, I have actual combat sabers from Saberforge, hashtag not sponsor for legal reasons. And what I bring up is that in my own research, Saberforge is as close as one could be to an actual lightsaber in the movies. So it lets you experience what lightsaber fighting is like. And I said the wrong thing where I meant Kendall, where with the prequels, what a lot of people don't understand is that the prequel sword fighting is a mix of a bunch of different sword fighting styles from Kendo, Hema, Eastern and Western Asian sword fighting, even some Middle Eastern there you have. So it's all over the place depending on like the quote unquote style or like the type of Jedi is using. Like Nick Gillard made sure that there was a wide variety. And it shows the beauty of the prequel fight and shows the beauty of the original trilogy. Where unlike the sequel trilogy, it's just basic like, oh, I have stick, I swing stick. Think Shadiversity and how he hates the nunchucks. It's, I have stick, I swing stick. That's essentially what the sequels are. Now, what I'm explaining is when you do an overhead strike, how it's so much different than with a staff. And I'm explaining right there the really weird block that Ben does in The Rise of the Skywalker, where how Anakin does it in Revenge of the Sith, but it's such a fluid movement where it makes sense. How he first turns his head as Obi-Wan is swinging, but he uses that turn to examine his surroundings, then block, and to try and then get an upper hand because it's solid enough, but it has enough flair where it could theoretically catch Obi-Wan off guard. And that's the extent of Chayenne Tolgul in its full form. There is the overhead strike right there. And now I'm explaining like the turning and why it's something very important. And now, yeah, as you can see with the turning, why you also have the wider stance with the staff is because the legs are also used. It surprises a lot of people, but sword fighting isn't just about the sword. It's also about using your hands and your legs. Because there are moves in sword fighting that are designed specifically to either let go of your sword with one hand and punch your opponent or to kick them. And people will say, oh, well, if you could kick them, why don't you just use your sword? It doesn't work like that because sometimes you need to either punch or kick your opponent in order to create an opening for you to actually get a lethal strike. And now this is just me explaining like some stuff with my channel that's going on. Also, it just lets you see some nice lightsaber fighting.
If any of you guys are wondering what I'm doing, like my skit that I was doing earlier completely like screwed up, and I'm trying to find my picture as well as like fix my mic. So I was actually amplifying my voice to make it more comical. So you just keep continuing that. That's why I'm that quiet.
And then because a lot of people would want to see like how do you fight with the hood? Well, this is how you fight with the hood. I hate it, especially now, is when they in movies and shows when they pull the hood all the way forward. It's like, no, what you want to do is have your hood forward enough where it's going to protect you from the elements, but you still got to see out of the corner of your eye.
Well, if they don't do that, then they lose their era of menace.
Fuck off.
Fine. I will fuck off back to Narstochka.
What? Hey, no, the oh shit! Now you're the Soviet.
Yeah, so this is just like basic original trilogy swings, how it's semi-Kendo, but more like Hema.
Hema's like a fight type that like existed for like a long time.
Hema is historical European martial arts.
Okay.
Instead of saying historical European martial arts all the time, it's just broken down to Hema.
Yeah. I know Hema makes it sound more modern than it is.
So this is why I hate she used a staff, so she can fight with a lightsaber. It's like, no, it doesn't work like that, you fucking idiot.
This picture of Vader is good, but I can't use it because it looks weird.
Also, if you just go through some of my older videos that deal with sword fighting.
Alright.
Fine. This fucking no. This one doesn't even work. Ah, damn it!
Use.
Your channel is criminally underrated, but it is kind of understandable because of your editing.
Yeah.
Do you have like anything like Adobe Premiere Pro or anything like that?
Currently, all I have is just my phone.
All right. Well, I mean, like if you had any kind of software, you can edit the audio levels.
Yeah, well, pretty much I have to get a new laptop.
I see.
Mine died on me.
Rip.
And also the fact that I own my own house, so I have to pay a mortgage every month. Then I have bills on top of that I gotta pay.
We get it, you're poor.
I'm not poor, it's just I have priorities.
Priorities.
Yeah.
It doesn't work when you don't have the profile. Oh, what the fuck is that?
It's Jar Jar.
Well, I think we're done here. I think we are very
Jar
long.
Jar's head edited into.
So
onto
the
a
zero
bodybuilder.
people on the stream, or anybody who ever watches this later, thank you for coming. We
Yes.
will.
There we go.
hopefully-
I finally have a proper fucking profile picture.
And we will see you guys on the next time.
Yes,
Ciao.
we'll see you guys.
Stop the